Wake up now! Wake up now, it's time to smell the roses. Wake up now, the world is only open. And wake up, it's you. Wake up, it's you. Everybody freaking out. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I'm that loud. I'm excited. Oh my god, that's so funny. That's so funny. Yeah, Chad, I had extra stuff this day, so I had to push it back 2 hours. It's probably gonna be a shorter stream, probably only like 3 or 4 hours, but we'll bang out some Umineko action, of course. That is the plan. And the next week, 5 p.m. CST is the normal plan as well. Yeah, should be fun. Should be fun. Also, I've noticed this needs to go up like an inch. There we go. There we go. Look a little bit better. Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Look, I'll even go to this. Hello, Char. Char, I went to the bookstore today. You want to see the books I bought? See, I got a chocolate bar. I'm going to put just that down. Can I give them all mod? Yeah, you can give the new mods mod. That's fine. I got... my sister bought me this book. Red Rising. Anybody know what this book is? Deltarune chapter rating before Umineko. Is it ever just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Is it ever? Is it ever? I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to really think about that. Chapter 5 was really good. I really like Chapter 5. But I feel like they're just building on each other, on the previous ones, you know? Shout out the Deltarune streams, where I got a couple Deltarune videos coming up on the channel and stuff as well. But yeah, chat. This is Red Rising. My sister bought it for me. Apparently it's really good. I don't know anything really about it, so that's cool. And then I bought 2 books. I bought Paradise Lost, Penguin's Classics, Paradise Lost. I'm kind of excited for this one. I need to actually sit down and read it. It's about like, it's like, kind of like biblical-esque telling, really focusing on like Satan. And so I'm really interested on that, about that. Don't read too much, your head will get too big. That's like the point, bro. My head's about to be, I want this to be boom, 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 all the way back. You know what I mean? And then we also got Wuthering Heights. Wuthering Heights. This should be exciting as well. I noticed it in the Penguin Classic section, and you know I had to cop that. So, couple fun things there, chat. Couple fun things there. Literacy slop. Mystical 28, thank you for the follow. TD Wolf, thank you for the $2 super chat. Pink the Goat returns. Femme Pink cosplay win. Today. I wish. I wish. Whoa! Thank you, TD Wolf. That's very nice of you. Chat, y'all freak with a Femme Pink cosplay. I'm in a nice, cute shirt. Look, it's got flowers on it. Isn't that nice? Yeah. Yeah. Paradise Lost is cool. I had to read it for a class, though. Bros reading books of old. I've been reading books of old. I've been reading books of old. I've been reading books of old. That's about to be my Instagram story. Yo, chat, go follow my Instagram, bro. I have an Instagram. I post stuff on there. Read your new book in a maid outfit on stream while eating pancakes. That sounds kind of nice, actually. Which one, though? Paradise Lost? I can read it out in an audiobook. I'll read the first sentence. Are you ready, chat? Oh, no. Oh, no. In the car, it got injured. It's got, like, a scrape on it. Right there, you can, like, barely see it. It's got a scrape on it. No! It's been marked just like humans are marked by the original sin, bro. Holy crap, it's all connected. Alright, chat, the first sentence, are you ready? Of the introduction. Oh, wait, the first sentence of book 1. Man, this got beat up in the car. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry, book. That really sucks. I need to, like, flatten it out or something. I was not driving recklessly. Okay. Yo. I love it when like, there's, like, a 10-page introduction, further reading, and note on text. On Paradise Lost? No, just give me the first book. Paradise Lost, the verse? Book 1! This first book proposes, first in brief, the whole subject, man's disobedience, and the loss thereupon of paradise, wherein he was placed. Then touches the prime cause of his fall, the serpent, or rather Satan in the serpent, who, revolting from God and drawing to his side many legions of angels, was by the command of God driven out of heaven with all of his crew into the great deep. Deep mentioned, it's a The Boys reference. Any shui. Yep, so a couple things there. Mad Mew Mew cosplay. Wait, that would go hard, bro. Pink equals pink. You've ruined reading forever? What did I do? Wow. Everything I touch just turns to ash, huh? That's crazy. Pink, not gonna lie, I haven't seen any Umineko, but I'm tuning you in no context, so I trust you. Okay, chat. That's the perfect segue into a prepared... I have something prepared, chat. I'm gonna... This is something I've prepared for the Umineko stream. Okay, are you ready? This is my new theory that's about to drop. Okay? New theory. Lock in.
Then I realize what it is. There's a man in back of this place. He's the one who's doing it. I can see him through the wall. I can see his face.
Chad, there are things in this world that are interacting with us behind the curtain, and we need to be ready. So I've prepared this video, okay?
Then I realize what
Lambda Delta in some form equals Satoko, and I'm tired of pretending otherwise, bro. I don't know what exactly went wrong. I don't know what, like, timeline you're from, but I see through you, okay? I see through you, Satoko. So we need to all be ready. That's your introduction into Umineko, into this stream, bro. There's a Satoko. I can see her through the wall. She's the one who's doing it. Okay. This should be fun. Beware of your Satoko. Don't keep them too close, bro. That's what I've been saying, bro. She a problem, bro. She a problem. Somebody just messaged me. Come over to watch Love Island. Rotato chip. I'm busy. I'm streaming. Sorry, I'm streaming, but also need to hang out again soon. It's been too long. Even if it has to be Love Island watching, I will persevere. Okay, let's lock in. So, last episode, a couple other notes. The important stuff is we got some Beatrice backstory. Got to see Beatrice's master, whose master's name is also Beatrice, I think. We got a little bit more red text, and we got some more like conversation to. Oh, we got a lot from Eva. Eva backstory has like really started to drop. I mean, like, proof of pride, insecure underneath, most likely. Who would have guessed? It's almost like it was obvious. So we've gotten some of this reincarnation of Takano. So a lot going on there. So remember that. Remember that Eva, like being a woman debuff backstory. Debuff? No, it shouldn't be a debuff, but like socially, it's a debuff in this time period. From her family, right? Her family, Daddy, most specifically Daddy Kinzo, makes it into a debuff, which is unfair. And so we got a lot of that. A lot of those flashbacks, and then she is now, I think we're going to have the first episode where they're actually trying to solve the epitaph of the gold, because Eva is kind of lucky in that with like her child self being like, oh, I can get the headship of the family through this, and then also like Maria's friendship believing maxing. There's like a lot of good elements flying around, so that is some of that. Should be fun. This can be Love Island. Yeah, we could just do a Love Island stream, chat. We could do a little pivot. I'd be down. But yeah, anything else I'm trying to do before we get the stream kicked off? The actual behavior of the stream. Is there like... Somebody's doing yard work. I can hear it. I can see it through the wall. Think about it. Too many mods. Can we kill some of them? Oh yeah, I doubled the mod force roughly, by the way, chat. Okay? So there's a lot of mods flying around, but that's okay. Debuff by patriarchy. Exactly. Exactly. On it, drop a name. No, do not execute the other mods. Oh, goodness. Okay. Let's remember where we're at. I think I left off in, like, a really good scene. Yes, it's a Battler scene. Battler's locking in, bro. Battler stock market's in a great location. Somebody just got timed out for 10 minutes. Oh, it's from a random timeout. Why are we killing random people, bro? You are not one of the goats on the island running around chewing on people. Honestly, no, y'all are. Y'all are one of the random goats on the island. This is, bro, I'm literally, by the way, I'm literally Mrs. Umineko herself, and the moderators are the goats. Am I right or am I right? It's like, go forth. Or are the moderators... Oh, I forgot about Mr. Renovation. It's not canon in disguise. Can I just, like... I'm just gonna... Give me my color wheel. I'm just gonna, like... It's not canon in disguise. Let's not do that. Oh, yeah, fix sound. I'll do that in a second. But yeah. Ranked 27th in hell. Yeah, because just like Beatrice is unlocking new minions, such as Mr. Renovation, I'm unlocking new moderators. Such as the moderators. What's up, Space Frappuccino? Somehow I thought late stream would mean I'd catch in time, but I'm still late. Glad to be here. Don't worry, we literally just opened the game. So you're actually perfectly on time. This is the first line of dialogue. Congratulations, you've made it. I am so proud. Okay, let me fix the dialogue, or the sound, and then let's get going. Config. You are not a hot woman. Yet. Oh my goodness, Mr. Renovation's in the bottom left! Look, that's Mr. Renovation! Wait, that is him, right? Does he have a monocle? I think he does. Yes! We've spotted one of the people in the background. Mr. Renovation is dropped, which means this woman in the bottom right, that might be her master. That might be her master. Bro, Beatrice is the main character. Think about it. 224? 223? Let's try 223. 223. Think about it. I love these 7 identical anime girls. It's just crazy that that's where we're at. Where's Hanyu, bro? Can we get Hanyu's ass pulled up? I need Hanyu to help Battler out, bro. Okay. Alright. 66 hours at the beginning of chapter 3. Yeah! Chat! In 6 minutes, it'll be 6-7! 6-7! Chat, we gotta wait here for 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Alright, let's get going. Possibility of a 19th person. Suspicious scent is playing. You smell that? It smells suspicious.
魔女じゃなく、ベアトリーチェという名の愛人が島に存在していたわけか。つまり、人間は18人以上いる。ということは、18人全員に不可能だから魔法犯罪である。Yeah, well, because you can always kind of do a devil's proof with the people on the island. You could always say there's 500 people on the island. Like, prove they're not here. That's another devil's proof. Just use her techniques against her, bro. So key. Also, this plate is in my way. I'm moving this plate. Also, this chocolate bar is in my way. I need to consume a little bit of it. Okay. Whoa. Is this thing delicious or what? Look how beautiful it is. It's got, like, engravings, bro. Oh, there's razor blades inside. It's a higurashi reference. I love higurashi. All right. Dang, this is a dark, dark chocolate. I love dark chocolate, by the way. Ooh, that's a spicy dark chocolate. I got some real cocoa in it. Yeah. Lock in. Mr. Renovation! What's good, Renove? Beato's butler, who called himself Renove, appeared out of nowhere in particular. Placed upon the silver tray that he held was a plate filled with delicious-looking steaming black tea and cookies. I really don't like this guy's smile. Bro, I hate white chocolate, by the way. That's the worst chocolate. Dark chocolate's the best, then milk chocolate, then white chocolate. But I'll let it slide. You eat the white chocolate, I'll eat the dark chocolate, bro. It's actually a win-win. I really don't like this guy's smile. For some reason, it doesn't look like a smile used to warmly greet a guest. It feels like he's making fun of me for some reason. I don't know whether he really takes me for an idiot or whether it's just a joke or something, but it's really irritating me. いらねえよ。俺は今取り込み中なんだ。放っておいてくれ。
おやおや、それは美味しく焼けたクッキーなのにとても残念です。
Dude, the cookies turned out oh so very delicious.
人間ごときにはもったいないくらいに素敵に焼き
Fine, I'll have one of your cookies.
それは素
Fine,
敵
if
な
you're
ク
gonna
ッ
glaze
キ
it
ー
that
なの
hard.
に
Batter, take a bite.
気が向いたら食ってやるぜ。その辺に置いてとっととうせな。
さようでございますか。それではそのようにいたしますよ。冷めてからお召し上がりになって焼きたてを召し上がらなかったことを存分に後
Are
悔
they
なされるとよ
poisoned,
いでしょう。
bro? I don't think they are.
いちいち
We're in the middle of a game, alright? I don't think she'd be throwing poison at us. That'd be so cringe.
耳元で気色悪くケラケラ笑うベアトのやつよりゃ数段マシだがよ。
いえいえ、まったく。お嬢様の
I
笑い
wouldn't mind having Renove's cookies if you know what I
実に
mean.
品がありません。それを聞くたびに、な
Uh,
ぜ私ほどの高貴
bro,
な
I love how Renova's joining us and
あのような
gossiping
も
a
の
little
を主
bit.
にしなければならないのか。
He's actually like, yeah, bro, her laugh is
苦しむのでござ
crazy.
いますよ。
変なやつだな。
Bro, his hair looks like my
そんな嫌な
hair
ら使え
when
な
I
きゃ
do
いいだろう
this,
それでもなおお使いする
right? I mean, mine's like currently not nearly long enough, but whenever I grow my hair out, we do the same like middle fold part and then it's like long. Bro, I could be a crazy Renove. Think about it. Think about it.
それでなくては家具は務まりません。
You are Kraus.
それはさて
Just kill us.
ゲームの
Not
方はいか
Renove
がでございますか。先ほど
Uh,
良い情報を見つけたようなことを言われお喜びになられていたようですが、さてさて
Shadow
どのような
Wit?
朝知恵が思いついたやら。
Renove, that's right. As Renove made fun of me and giggled, he followed my earlier words to the letter and placed the black tea and cookie somewhere arbitrary nearby.
お方、19人目の存在に自信を深めたからでございましょう。よろしければぜひご考説をお聞かせ願いますか。
I'll be a little gracious. Will you?
あ
Okay.
あ、いいぜ。
Better feel no
どうせベア
gracious.
トの前で改めて言うしな。隠す必要もないさ。いいか、この島に隠し屋敷があって愛人を
I
住
think
ま
that's
わせて
a
いたらしい
reasonable speculation.
となりゃ俺を苦しめてきた18人なのか19人
In
なのか
fact, there's 500 people there.
簡単に決
Pink
着
wants
す
to
る。
sit at the cool kids table. Bro,
Moto
wherever I
sama
sit
wa
becomes the
macho
cool
を
kids
否定
table.
する
Think
癖。
about it.
18人の中にも
Even if it's on the floor like I did in high
スタ
school.
ンダードの袋小路に
Only for like one semester, but I did eat on the floor for a while. Fun fact.
魔女を否定する最も簡単な方法
I was just
は
goaded.
18人の誰かを疑うことだ。18人全員のアリバイは
But if
そう
there's a
簡単には揃わない。常に一
Wins
人
the
くらい
non-Joe fan service. Bro, he's got his trampoline. Just give him a minute.
俺はそいつを生贄にすることで
Trust the process.
常に魔女を否定し続けることもできるだろう。しかしそれは断固拒否する。ああ、ダメだぜ。
The cool
全
kids
然ダメ
floor.
だ。
Exactly. And it was
18人はみん
awesome,
な
bro.
俺にとって親たち
Me and my friends would just lean up against one of the walls on the floor and sit there. We just did that for
真面目だ
one.
ったり面白
I
か
don't
った
know
り
why
す
they
る
were there, but I just joined them and then we did that for the
頼もしい使用人の
entire
人たちだ。
semester. It's kind of goated, bro. Dude, tables are just a suggestion made by big school to sell more lunch? I don't know what they're selling, but they're selling something. No god I'm good at all.
俺はその人たちの誰を生贄にすることも許せない。
Yeah, we weren't like bullied into the floor or anything. It's not.
そ
It's
の
nothing
決意があ
serious.
やふやだった。だからその心の弱さをベアトに疲れたんだ。
自らの弱点を認め
It's beautiful, isn't
理
it?
解する
Renove? Yes, that is a beautiful, incredible. Yes.
19人目が存在す
Accepting
る
and understanding your own weaknesses. You have to face them, bro. If you run from them, they're gonna ruin your life. So you gotta
盾で
face
し
them.
ょうかな。いずれに
Just
せ
hung
よ
out in a big stowage
これ
area.
までのゲーム
Exactly.
での無策と違い、戦い
Mine was a
方に
hallway,
自信
but
を
like,
持たれるのは
yes.
劇的飛躍と申せましょう。これでバトラ
Okay.
様は敬愛する18人を疑わ
Renovation's
ず
actually giving us a little bit of like.
存分に19人
Yeah,
目
he's.
を
I feel like he's about to like undertake us,
人
bro.
間
He's about to like throw a
観念
crazy
説を
wrench
追求
into
できる
our
わけで
scheme.
ございます。
What do you got?
そういうことさ。
Because he summarized it so
最初のゲ
succinctly.
ームのカノン君が殺されたボイラー室とか 他にも他にも
Novus Mustera, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you.
迷
Appreciate
う
you,
必要
Novus.
なんかないトリックはいくつもある
In the very first game, Kenan-kun had been killed in the boiler room. The boiler. One might think that he was attacked by Kumasawa-san, who had gone down into the boiler room with him. Or maybe that someone who had appeared to be dead earlier was actually faking. And had ambushed Kenan-kun in the boiler room. Either way, it was a move that forced me to suspect one of the 18. Unless you just blamed a 19th. However, by simply proposing that 19th person exists, there's no longer any need to suspect one of the 18 for that murder in the boiler room. Well, I mean, she was literally walking around in episode 2.
18人の誰にも無理だからイコール犯人は魔女という図式だけは否定することができるわ
Does
け
anyone know you from YouTube or Twitch in your workplace? Using this argument, we can take, for example, the question which has been raised once again in this game. Yes. Most of the people I work... Most, if not all of the people I work with know that I do YouTube. Unironic. I'm not even trolling. And honestly, like, most of my friends nowadays know, too. The secret's out of the bag, bro. The secret is out of the bag, okay? I have to live with this now. I have to live with anything I say here, all my shorts I post about, like, food and Ari or whatever. Yeah, that's just my life now, okay? It is what it is. But, like... Chad, it's what Mr. Renovation himself literally just said to Battler. Accepting and understanding your own weaknesses. That's not something which can often be accomplished. Bro, I just gotta wear it on my chest, bro. This is part of who I am, okay? I play Umineko. I play higurashi. I goon defeat. I don't do that third one. But you know what I mean? Like, that's part of me, okay? And if my workplace needs to know, then they need to know. If my family needs to know, I've already had the family on the channel before. I'll bring them back, bro. You think I'm scared, bro? I ain't scared of nothing. I might be weak, I might be destitute, but I am not a coward. Using this argument, we can take, for example, the question which had been raised once again in this game. Who gave Maria the letter? We goon defeat. Exactly. I mean, you guys, not me. Exactly. You're telling me they know about sugar incest. If you spout it, it's S-U-G-E-R. But yeah, if they watched me, they would. They at least know that I exist, which is very frightening. The thought of one of my, like, grandparents or cousins watching any of this, it terrifies me. But I just gotta live with it, bro. It's like, I tried to hide it for as long as I could, and then it just started to slip out, and eventually it's just like, I just gotta wear this on my chest or it's gonna destroy me. Do you goon to armpit? Armpit can be okay. But rockin' though, no gooning, no gooning. We actually gotta play the game, experience the story, bro. Who gave me the letter and came up with an easy explanation? Even if all 18 people have alibis, I can easily explain everything by saying that a 19th person visited her and gave her the letter. I wouldn't want my family knowing that I watched this. Chat, tell your family about being cute. It's a good idea.
私だったらどう切り返しましょうか。たとえバトラ様が理解されたとしても、未だに弱点は健在。
Chat, there's no such thing as a guilty pleasure. There should not be guilt in pleasure. It should just be pleasure, bro. Unless you're doing evil stuff, in which case feel guilty, but not because of the pleasure part, but because of the evil part. You know what I mean? The pleasure itself should never be guilty. Does that make sense? If I tell my mother about you, I'm getting disinherited. Bro, you don't need her money. You need Pink Cubed. Okay, lock it.
18人攻めは有効な手でしょうね。バトラ様の守りがどの程度か確かめる意味でも、改めてそこをつくのも面白いかもしれません。
ならどう来る？悪魔の執事。
He's about to break us down, bro.
バトラ様が刺された19人目の
Oh, Mr. Renovation's got aura. You hear that music change, bro?
バトラ様は
Ooh, he's got a little smirk
19
too.
人目にお会いしておりませんね。
He himself has not, but like other characters have.
19人目が存在する証拠を
Devil's proof. Devil's proof. Just say like, no, I don't need to provide it. Devil's proof for LOL. Prove that they don't exist. LOL. LOL. Yup. LOL. LOL.
もちろん。その差し手で来るだろうことは。
I already pre-moved.
それは受け手をお願いいたします。
Something you know? Wait, I missed a line. Please respond. Okay.
お前らにこれほどふさわしい一手はないぜ。それがこいつ。
The devil's proof!
悪魔。
Ah! The devil's proof! When we humans are accused of something, we always counterattack by saying to show some evidence. Because that's a human move. But I'm fighting with a witch. I'm taking part in a battle with someone who isn't human. And some moves exist which can only be used in a game against a witch. There are cheat moves, and that's what this devil's proof is. Therefore, evidence is unnecessary. Let's take the assumption that there is a hidden mansion in Rokkenjima separate from the Oshiramiya family mansion. And that a woman named Beatrice is living there. In order to prove this, one must find this mansion and actually bring Beatrice out of it. That's called actual proof in the human world. However, if we follow the rules of the devil's proof, you can't just prove that she exists, even if there's no evidence that she does. Because it's impossible to prove that something doesn't exist. Yeah, it's so OP, dude. That's why, like, it's so important to be clear who has the burden to give evidence. Because if you don't, then you're gonna get devil's proofed in your, like, booty until you, like, die. Like, it's over for you, dude. You're getting devil's proofed. That's right, this devil's proof, which tormented me so much before, I finally managed to use it to my own advantage. Those guys were always trying to force me to accept the existence of the witch by using the devil's proof. That's because, in response to Biyato's professions that witches do exist, I physically could not offer any proof that witches don't exist. That is why I've been subjected to this nonsense that witches exist and why I've been unable to counterattack. Calling out the devil's proof in a presidential debate? Bro, if any presidential debate had any amount of, like, argumentation, I'd be freaking floored, okay? It's all just, like, sentimental or, like, emotional nonsense half the time. It's all just this half the time? Alright, lock in. Umineko stream just as I clocked into work. Good luck, post-wife. Good luck, good luck. And that's why I'll flip over the chessboard right now! If I can't just prove that witches exist, then that means, if I suggest that a 19th human exists, you can't disprove that either. Yes, I've been saying this. Yes, get in there, get in there. In other words, the enigmatic mistress in question is craftily hiding herself, so it's perfectly natural that you can never find her no matter how hard you look. So you can't say that the 19th person can't be found equals the 19th person doesn't exist. Right. Therefore, it is impossible to disprove a 19th person. Biuto used the devil's proof to make denying her existence impossible. I mean, you could... The way to disprove it would be for her to red text it. That's the closest thing we have. But this time it's become my weapon. If we can get away with this argument, then never mind a 19th person. This island could be full of people we don't know about. Exactly, there could be like 50 of them. And even if there are 10 or 100 of them hiding, she still can't disprove that they exist. In the last game and the one before that, among the murder scenes that showed up, there were several that were extremely intricate and must have taken a lot of effort to set up. It's very difficult to imagine that a single corporate could have set all of those up. However, if not just a 19th person, but 10 or 100 people were hidden somewhere, that wouldn't be a problem at all. If they all split up the work, they could handle any job in a short period of time. Of course, doubts will naturally rise at whether a large group of people like that could sneak around the mansion without being noticed, but those are all settled by the devil's proof. Because not seeing or not noticing 100 people inside the mansion does not just prove that they were there. Yeah, and, well, the problem is that he actually has a counter to the devil's proof, which is red text, right? Red text is how you beat the devil's proof because it forces you to give up on otherwise unattackable positions, right? Because you can't, there's no way to disprove that a 19th person exists unless he says that a 19th person doesn't exist in red, then you have to accept it. But then you just gotta find a new devil's proof, like, continually, until you run out of ideas. Which is why you never run out of ideas, you know? It's called being locked in, battler. Make some praise. Because not seeing or not noticing 100 people inside the mansion does not disprove that they were there. Even though I'm saying it myself, it's such a stupid argument that it makes me want to throw up. However, it's because it's such a dirty as hell move that makes it the perfect one to use against a witch. Well, we're only imagining here, but the thought of about 100 suspicious men wearing goat masks hiding in the shadows, that goes beyond funny. It makes me think of cockroaches. Makes me think of Epstein. Bro, we're on Rokkenjima Island, bro. Release the Beatrice files. This, but unironically. Bro, Chad, I went to breakfast, or lunch this morning and got sushi, okay? With my sister who, like, flew into town. And, I'm getting sushi, we're eating sushi, and there's a portrait on the wall that I'm not even trolling, looked exactly like Jeffrey Epstein. And I was like, bruh. Isn't that crazy? It was like, I actually was like, huh? Yeah, that's the entire story. Jeffrey Epstein was on the wall at the sushi place this lunch. Anyways, it's a problem. And I read it wasn't actually Jeffrey Epstein, but it just looked like him, bro. That shit pisses me off, by the way. That entire thing. Anyways, if you see one, it means that there's 100 hiding in the shadows. Why are we talking about Epstein? Because they're talking about 100 suspicious men wearing goat masks hiding in the shadows. Doesn't that make you think of Epstein? We're on Rokkenjima Island, and there's horrible things that are happening that are like Dionysian fervor where you're eating innocent people. They're literally
Like, literally, in Umineko, in episode 2 at the end, a bunch of people that are either goat people or wearing goat masks were on this island throwing a grand party, which included eating humans, including children. I'm not even that's literally the plot. That makes me think, I think that kind of shit happens in reality. I fully believe that happens in reality. Which is why I think this story is so good, because it's like, it's actually tapping into some insane shit. And this isn't the first time, bro. This is not the first time that I feel like, Ryukishi has been able to bring up, like, how I think people that are way too rich and powerful and bored interact with the world. To quote XQC, there's no late game content, right? That's exactly Mrs. Beatrice's problem. Beatrice is bored by eternity. She is bored by endlessness. So she does horrible shit out of boredom, right? There's no late game content. I think it's very similar to a lot of the motivations that the rich and powerful have, and that makes them do shit behind closed doors, unironically. Release the Goats Files. What did Ryukishi know? Well, there's a reason that Rika's ass snuck into the goat party wearing a goat head and was there, but then is actually on our side, bro. Ryukishi snuck onto Epstein's island as one of the participants, right? But just like Rika snuck into Beatrice's party, okay? And then now Ryukishi is using Umineko to expose them all. Think about it. Think about it. That last part I'm obviously trolling, but I do think there is a lot of truth in the actions of the rich in Umineko, or like in reality parallel the actions of the bored and powerful in Umineko. It's like, what happens when you're bored and you have a lot of power? You start hurting people because you're bored. You know what I mean? I mean, think about like fucking Undertale genocide route. Same kind of story, right? It's like, you're bored. You want to see everything you can do, right? You want to see your hands kill somebody because you've never done it before, and you got nothing else to do, so you do. That's the horror of it, bro. That's why it's so scary. That's why it's like, that's why I love the Dionysian shit that I went on a crazy spiel about in episode 2, is because it's a party. It's revelry. It's entertainment, right? Like, that's the point. But the problem is if you get too sucked into it, then you'll cannibalize yourself. You'll go absolutely mad. You'll become a monster. You'll become a devil. Eyes wide shut type beat. Exactly. Exactly. Beatrice arrived on the island on Lolita Express. Exactly. I'd like to hope it's still a fraction of the population. Do you mean population at large or like rich people? I think it's a lot. I think it's a, yeah, I don't know. I think it's a pretty, I'm very, very cynical about the rich and powerful and the famous or whatever. I'm very cynical about them, that all. Which is why I am Rika and I'm going to become rich and famous. Okay. He infiltrated Epstein's inner circle to help in writing Umineko. Did you know that Ryukishi was on Epstein's island? First, Ryukishi was a social worker, then fucking... You get the joke. Make the rest of the joke yourself. I can't do it. It's hard to get super rich while being a good person. Extremely, right? That's very true. And I would never compromise being a good person. Boredom is a disservice for what motivates the rich. It's not boredom, it's about the exertion of power. They're not aroused by diddling children, they're aroused by diddling people weaker than them. Yeah, I think it's more than boredom. I agree it's more than boredom. I think boredom is part of it, though. The reason I'm focusing on boredom so much is because that's what Beatrice's entire thing was about. Like, she was lamenting the boredom of endlessness and how that sucked ass for her. So I think the boredom part ties really well to Umineko. Of course, there's a lot more, right? It's like sadistic. There's like ritualistic elements you could try to bring in, you know, whatever. You know, and I mean, you could even say like, because there's like if you go deeper into the conspiracy stuff, which I have and kind of believe, but the deeper I go, the more unsure I get, but of course, like, who knows, is I do think there is, like, a level of, like, weird, like, esoteric ritualism in a lot of the horrible shit that people do behind closed doors. I think it does have a lot of, like, ritualistic implements, which also lines up with Umineko really well, because Umineko has spell circles, and this entire thing is a game, right? Like there has to be rules of the game to have the game, which is fun, right? If you don't have any rules, it's anarchy, and then that's not fun anymore, right? Like, I think that's a big thing. My idea is 170k salary or higher. I'm talking about like million plus, multi-millionaire kind of shit. I'm talking about like the rich, not like the upper class. I'm talking about like the rich. So yeah, definitely like a way higher jump.
The people in the 170k, they just go like to orgies, bro. That's fine. They just go to their swinger parties or whatever. Or whatever. They do all sorts of shit. But anyways, lock in.
だが、俺の相手は魔女だ。そして、
Yeah, I'd say like
俺たち
multi-millionaire
がやってるのは
is
そういう
kind of what
勝
I'm
負な
talking
んだ
about.
ろうな。
Plus, especially if you're
ど
like
んな暴論であろ
famous
う
as
と。
well. And of course, yeah,
人
yeah.
間で説明をつけ、魔女を否定する。とにかく、この一手で俺は
Red text incoming, bro. Mr. Renovation about to like really renovate your mind palace.
俺は二度と前回の失敗は繰り返さない。
なるほど。前回の失敗を学ばれているのですね。良いことですよ。さすがに3度もゲームを重ねると容量が良くなるものです。まずは自陣の
You
守りを
become so
固め
devious.
実に堅実な処方です。なかなかの妙手と思いますよ。
まあ、
Yeah, Chad, as much as I would personally love to get into the full, like, rich, how do we find rich, like, upper class, lower class, laborers versus, like, masters, you know, whatever. Sadly, we have to wait until chapter, or episode 7 of Umineko, when it becomes revealed that Beatrice is the landlord. Then we can start to really break this all down, but until then, I'm gonna bite my tongue. As much as I'd love to. Dude, Beatrice is the landlord. She actually is the original landlord, though. Okay, but unironically. But unironically, because she is the original owner of Rokenjima Island, or she's the owner of the night, right? And, like, the investment, right? There is a level of Dude, wait! Beatrice is the banking system! Beatrice is an analogy for the banking system, which ties to Ep3 Island even better. I'm not trolling this time. Beatrice is the banking system, just like something Epstein. Think about it. Ah! My light fell down. I have to grab it. Oh, did it break my... Oh, no, I think it's fine. Oh, shit. Wait, am I still connected? Wait. Is my stream still live? Oh, it is. Bro, did I unplug my... Did it knock down my router? Wait, are we good? Are we good? Are we good? My queer lighting. Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Okay, now my lighting's like pointing straight at me. Israel is listening. Alright, whoa. Relax. Okay, we're good? We're good. Okay. Anyways, Beatrice is the banking system because she lent money to Kinzo, right? There is a extreme relevance of investment, of collecting debt, right? Like, that is literally what has been cited over and over for why she's, like, killing everybody and why she owns everybody, right? She owns everybody because it's all in her debt because she originally did that. Not even trolling. She is the banking system. Beatrice... Metaphor for banking system. Gold investment to Kinzo. Something, think about it. Conspiracy. We can cook on that more later. We are good! We are good! He's not even drinking in this one. Oh, you poor summer child. You reminded me I have absinthe. Okay, one shot, and then we don't drink more. One shot. Just to get the green fairy going, bro. Just one, bro. Just one, bro. Come on, man. Just one, bro. Just a quickie, bro. Just a quickie. Just a quickie. Tee. Yay. Just to loosen up a little bit, Chad. Just to loosen up. Just a little bit of the green fairy, bro. Oh, I need a chaser for this, Loki. Oh, I got the dark chocolate, bro. Bro! Absinthe and dark chocolate, bro? I am Kinzo. Doesn't that just feel so Kinzo? Alright, one. Cheers! Dink! Woo!
No more. I had to wash out my shot glass. Alright. It's just one little shot for fun, bro. It's not a big deal. Relax. Oh. Alright. It's 55%.
しかし、とりあえずの初手としては悪くないはずだ。
バトラ様の切り札。19人目の人物という
I'm not an alcoholic, don't worry.
証拠はあるのかとの
I
私
think it's funny.
にバトラ様は悪魔の証明で反撃。良い攻防です。お嬢様のおられないところで勝手に手を進めてしま
Oh,
う。
are you gonna make a move? Make some moves, Renove. Renove.
私も少し面白くなってきてしまったところです。お嬢様に代わり、さらに
Oh, please, go ahead.
進めさせていただきましょうか。
来いよ。魔女だろうと悪魔だろうと相手に不足はね。
バトラ様の刺された一手。
I feel like he's just gonna
悪魔
red
の
text
証
us.
明。これは私ども悪魔のお箱でございますが、他にも私
Unless he whips out a new technique, that'd be
い
cool.
くつもの手がござい
I
ま
don't know what
す。
you could whip out though.
ヘンペルのカラスという。
Well, Hempel's Raven. That's okay. What is Hempel's Raven?
ヘンペルの
Never heard of that.
何の話だ。
New tech, new tech. She's here. She's here, bro. Oh, she loves Hempel's Raven, bro. Just then, that laugh, which gets on my nerves every time I hear it, started echoing around. Beatrice? The room was filled with dazzling golden butterflies, and in the center of that whirlwind, the golden witch appeared. KMX, good job on catching up. I'm proud. I'm proud. Congratulations.
何やら面白そうなことをしていると思えばヘンペルのカラス
Yeah, break it down for me, bro.
なんとも笑える
Nostalgic.
よもやバトラに披露する日が来ようとはなそれは悪魔の証明に
Okay,
並ぶ古
a
典的
counter to the devil's proof called Hempel's Raven.
ロノウェ
Okay,
それ
I'm
は
already writing
我
it
が
down.
指す一手ぞ
Yo, low-key, these vertical lines are so good. They're just like this is the chapter 1 vertical line, this is chapter 2 vertical line, this is episode 3 vertical line. I'm just gonna have a bunch of these vertical lines that roughly keep everything aligned. Hempel's Raven, counter to devil's proof. Right.
わらわの楽しみを減らしてくれるな
出やがったな。
Guffawing.
ゲラゲラ魔女め。相変わらず下品に
I'd
笑いや
love
が
to
っ
see
て。
Beatrice breakdance.
こいつもお前のこと。
This guy was talking behind your back just now. Bro, Battler a snitch!
それは信
He a snitch!
本当か
めっそうもない。
You're gonna lie? Oh, he's a liar!
この私めがどうしてそのような陰口を申せましょうか。
よくもシャーシャーと言えるもんだな。お前とは仲良くなれそうにないぜ。
What was the end of that line? Doesn't look like we'll be getting along well together.
まあよい話を戻そうヘンペルのカラスは実証を対偶
Show
的に行
proof
ってい
using the
る
contrapositive.
つまりこういう手
Break it down for me.
カラスが黒いことを証明するには
What must you do to prove that ravens are black?
どうすれば
Oh.
は
Oh. You have to prove that... Wait. Oh, this is like one of those weird things. I think I've heard this before with a pencil. In what, Monogatari? Am I thinking about Monogatari? What must you do to prove that ravens are black? You need to find a raven? You need to find a raven that is black. How does this line up with the devil's proof, though? Because isn't it something about how, like, you have to also never find a raven that isn't black, because then you would no longer have ravens be black. Like, if I've only ever seen black dogs, I might assume that all dogs are black, and I would say all dogs are black, but then when I meet a dog that isn't black, then I would have to adjust my definition. I think it's playing with that kind of technique. Let's see, though. Let's see. I'm not sure. Get a raven and have it be black. But you'd have to catch all ravens, right?
その通り。カラスイコール黒いを証明
Or you
すれ
want
ば
to
いい。
like point at like something that's black but not a raven? Let's see.
黒くない鳥イコールカラスではない。
Prove that if a bird is
を
not
証明
black,
し
it
て
is
も
not a
同
raven.
じ論法になるのがわかるかな。
Yeah.
世界中のカラスでない鳥をすべて調べ、
Well, no.
それらが黒くないことを証明すれば、それは結果的に。故に黒い鳥はカラ
Well,
ス
this is like a square and rectangle situation, right?
と
Where
なるだ
like
けだ。
you simply prove that if it is a raven, it is black. And do you see that if you prove that if a bird is not black, it is not a raven? No, but that's different. That's a different claim. Ravens are black is different than if it's not black, it's not a raven. Because all ravens can be black, but that doesn't mean that every bird that's black is a raven. Those are different claims. I think. Right? Because raven equal black, and what she's saying is not black equal not raven. And you could have a pigeon that's black, but it wouldn't be a raven, it'd be a pigeon still. Right? The claim that ravens are black is separate from the claim that all black things are ravens. Those are two different claims. Okay. You must simply prove that and do you see that if you prove that if a bird is not black and not a raven, you would reach the same argument? Would you reach the same argument? I don't think so. If a bird is not black, it is not a raven. When that's... Oh, no, but this is true. Yeah, no. It would be the same conclusion, because if a bird is not black, it couldn't be a raven. Yeah, no, I think it's fine. I think it's actually fine, because... Raven equals black, but not black doesn't mean... Yeah, no, I think that she's actually fine. I think she's actually fine, Chad. Because it's saying, if a bird is not black, it is not a raven. Which is true. Because ravens are black, and so if a bird is not black, it can't be a raven because ravens are black. Like, those are lined up together. If it's not black, it's not a raven. But it could still be another type of bird. It's just specifically not a raven. Yes. Oh, no. This makes sense. This is currently still correct.
これを対偶論法という。
Yes. Therefore, birds that are black... wait. If you go throughout the world and examine all birds that are not ravens, and prove that none of them are black, then you can claim that, therefore, birds that are black are ravens. Yes.
そなたには難しいか?
Well, I wanted to...
Okay,
right here. Okay. Ravens are black is the original claim. Then, so if it is a raven, it is black. Agreed. If a bird is not black, it is not a raven. Agreed. And then, if you add that you go and you look at every bird that's not a raven and prove that none of them are black, then you can claim, therefore, birds that are black are ravens. But it's only because you've examined every single bird. So, applied to the devil's proof, you'd have to examine every single human to prove that they're not on the island or some shit, right? Yeah, no, this seems fine to me so far. But this has a massive qualifier. This last line of, therefore, birds that are black are ravens, has a massive qualifier of examining every single bird that's not a raven and proving none of them are black. Which in reality is not true, because a crow. Right? You would run into a crow and it would all fall apart. But, yes. If you do that, then the therefore statement does work. That does work for me. Better! Better! Take a second, write it down, do a little logic thing. Come on, Battle. Come on. VOD Watcher skipped 2 hours. Okay. Oh, and if you look in the other box that doesn't have a cookie, then you know the other one has a cookie. Yeah. So it's the argument, but yeah. For example, let us say that we have 2 boxes here. One being the winner with a cookie, and the other being a loser, which is empty. Now it holds that if there is a cookie inside, it is the winner.
And at the same time, it also holds that if it is not the winner, there is no cookie inside. True. When such a relationship exists, we call the latter the contrapositive. Yeah. When if A then B is true, then at the same time, if not B then not A is also true. It's true.
そりゃ当然だろう。もし選んだ方が外れだったなら、もう片方は自動的に当たりってことになる。つまり、箱を適当に選び、当たりを引こうと外れを引こうと、最初の一手で
We need a
ど
random
っちの箱に
timeout.
クッキーが入っているか特定できるわけだ。
その通り。
If you choose the box at random, whether it's the winner or loser, you'll figure out which... Yes, it's true.
開けた箱にクッキーが入っていたなら、悪魔の証明を満たす。
If the cookie's in the box you open, then the devil's proof is satisfied.
この箱は当たり、イコール、この
Yes,
箱
because
に
it's
は
like
ク
you've
ッキー
spotted the
が入っ
devil.
ている。をまさに実証
Well,
で
but
き
what's
る
so
わ。
obnoxious about the devil's proof is that it feels like it has infinity, like, I don't know how you do the contrapositive
し
part.
かし、開けた箱が空っぽだったなら、
That, because it requires such stringent, like, restrictions. And I feel like the devil's proof is so crazy because it has, like, any way of satisfying its answer, right? Like, how do you disprove something? It's like you can't. There's too many options. But here requires such, like, strict options. So I guess you could stop it if you put it in a tight enough box, which is maybe the red text, but... Okay.
この箱にクッキーが入っていない、イコール、この箱は当たりではない。
Or maybe it's just...
となるのだから。
Well, let's see. Let's see how they cook it.
そしてそれは、箱が2つしかない。
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying, though. It needs to have that premise, which is hard to
も
lock
う
in
片
on.
方の箱が自動的に当たりであることを待遇的に示している。
ま、なんとなく
Chad is gambling with their lives right now. Y'all are all actually Kinzo.
毒
Please, Beatrice, kill me, eat me!
それ
Just throw him to the goats instead.
俺の
It's crazy.
島には19人目の人
And
間
an
が
innocent
隠れて
person
いる
gets hit that
に
doesn't
違い
even
ない
say
から
yes. Isn't that crazy? That's poetic, bro. Couple people say, yes, I would like to consent. I would like to consent. And then Cappy gets shot. Don't you understand? Cappy is Maria, and everybody that said yes is Kinzo. Unironically. Don't you understand, bro? We are Umineko. We are Umineko.
18人全員にアリバイがあっても
Only poison can stop poison, and only twisted logic can stop twisted logic.
それは魔女を認めることにはならないをどう切り返してくれるってんだ
It's not amount to the acceptance of witches. Wait. No doubt there's a 19th human hidden on this island. So even if they're all 18 have alibis, that does not amount to an acceptance of witches.
よかろう。
Yeah, hit me with it, Beatrice. I wanna get hit. I wanna get hit.
まずそなたは
That would be a pretty funny point,
18
Redeem.
人の中に犯人はいないイコール
If the culprit is not among the 18, then the culprit is 19. Which, with the contrapositive would be... Do I even try to make the contrapositive? She's about to just tell me. I'm just gonna let her tell me. Oh, she's giggling first. If she asks me to, I'll try to figure it out.
ならば待遇として
No, she's just gonna tell me. Okay. If she was gonna quiz battler, I would try to break it down, but...
つまり
In short, if the culprit is not a 19th person, then the culprit is one of the 18.
ならば18人の中に犯人がいる
Yes. And then the scary thing is if she says, in red, the culprit is not a 19th person. Yes. Decide between watching you or the Mexico versus Ecuador game? Bro. It's a hard decision, bro. Shout out the World Cup. Yo, shout out Norway, by the way.
なんだとそれはどういう意味だ
そなたの指し手を逆手に取っただけだがなそう難しい話
I think that's fair. That's a fair move from Beatrice.
ロノウェ
Missed my child's birth to watch Pink Cubed? Well done. Your child will understand when they're older.
バトラに分かりやすいらしい
それでは僭越ながら先ほどの例え話でもう一度ご説明させていただきます。
Now I'm going to repeat once more my earlier story about two treasure chests, one of which has a cookie in it. In this situation, one of the boxes represents the 18 people, and the other box represents the 19th person. So the cookie would represent the culprit. Barara-sama, you open the 18 box, because the cookie is not there, you've proven that from the opposite direction that therefore the cookie's in the 19 box. True. In that case, if we reverse things further, we can also say the following. If it's not in the 19, it has to be in the 18. Namely, if it was first shown that the 19 box was empty, It would prove that in the same way the cookie is in the 18 box. Yep. Barra-sama, this movie played in order to avoid having to doubt any of the 18, does risk it. Has in fact been used against you to launch the 18-person attack, only if they prove that the 19th is not responsible. Which is hard. And the 19th plus the 20th plus the infinity, right? It's hard. I don't know how they're gonna actually, like, do it. Yeah, good luck proving that. I feel like this could be so hard. Take the clip I sent.
クッキーがあることを認めなければならないということになる。そなたはそれを逆の言い方で口にしたりすぎるのだ。
Inside of the 19 box is empty, automatically you'll be forced to accept the cookies in the 18. All you have done is say this the other way around. Oh, it's true. What's this clip? What is a water bottle? This being a pencil gives me information. That's what I'm talking about! Yes! This is exactly what I'm talking about from Monogatari, bro. I've brought this up already. Wait, let me change the audio so that y'all can hear this better. This is literally what I'm talking about, by the way. Okay, Umineko, be quiet for a second. And then boost this like a lot. Yes! This is literally what I was referencing when I said pencil earlier, by the way. Okay. Display 2 is fine. What is a water bottle? This being a pencil gives me information on what a water bottle is. Because it's not this. Because this is a pencil. Am I right or am I right? I've been training for Umineko since the Monogatari days, bro. Listen, 2 years ago, December 31st, 2023. I've been training for Umineko since 2023, bro. Never, I'll even say I've been training for Umineko since I was born, bro. I've been in these streets. I've been learning, bro. I've been navigating red text, just like the red tape, bro. Lock in, man. You ain't ready for it, bro. Bring it back. I said bring it back. Am I right or am I right? 2 years ago, Pink is so cute. Agreed! Oh, what? Oh, was there a weekly hydrate? There was. Water bottle. I'll drink a little more.
So no tori.
16,000 live viewers right now. True. Umineko has more viewers than League of Legends. Think about it.
そなたの19人目で全てを説明する一手は、それが破られた時。
Well,
18人でしか説明できないことを認めざるを得ないリスクを背負っている。
just say it's all like nature, bro. It's all nature, bro. I don't know, it's hard because he has the big qualifier of it if like there's no supernatural going on, so it really limits his options, right? I think you could still say this is a false dichotomy and find your way out of it. You could just say like there's not a 19th person, even if you say like there's not a 20th person, like there's not any other people than the people on the island, there's probably still some annoying thing you can do about how like, I don't know, somebody's drugged, so it's not really them. Or, you know, somebody is being, or it's nature, I don't know. People are tripping and falling and killing themselves, I don't know. Like, there are probably techniques you can do here and there. It just really limits your options. But okay, Hempel's Raven. What's good with you, Hempel's Raven? I see. Hempel's Raven. So this is a countering technique? Wait, if I really think about it, this countering technique is far more disadvantageous for me than for her. The problem is in thinking about it like a cookie. If I imagine that just one of the treasure chests is a losing chest with a bomb in it, I can begin to understand it quite well. And if I think of it not as 2 treasure chests, but as 18, one for each person, plus one more for the 19th person, for a total of 19 boxes, it gets even easier to understand. First of all, one of the premises established by the human culprit theory was that the bomb would definitely be in one of those boxes. Because if I hadn't wanted to place that bomb in the 18th, I had to use the Devil's Proof and created the 19th box so I could throw the bomb in there. That much was alright, but Byato had struck back like this. If then the 19th box was empty inside, that would automatically mean that the bomb was set in one of the other 18 boxes. False dichotomy, bring up a 20th box. You just keep going. Like, unironically. Pink, did your Japanese improve after watching anime or playing VNs? Barely. Basically, no, barely. Right? Like, I know that, like, dame dame. Chat, what does that mean? Baka. Wait, what did, yo, what did Rosa say the other day? Or somebody, did Eva say it?
did even say Bakarosa! Bakarosa! That was crazy. Yeah. If I could examine the contents of each of the other 18 boxes and show that the bomb was not in any of those boxes, I would be able to safely show that the 18 people were innocent. If that was possible, I would be feeling confident. However, in reality, that's as close as you can get to impossible. The police wouldn't come in here in this typhoon. There would be no scientific investigations, no autopsies, no nothing. In short, I can't show anything decisively. It's impossible for me to find any proof other than simply gulping down whatever alibis each of the 18 give. But you just make a 20th box, right? Like, that's what's so annoying about the Devil's Proof, is that, like, oh no, Hempel's Raven has beaten my Devil's Proof. Just make a new Devil's Proof. Like, the Devil's Proof is so annoying. In that case, I have to confirm their innocence both personally and perfectly. Like, staying with someone the whole time, never letting them get out of my sight for a second. If I do that, I can probably be sure of that person's innocence, and that the bomb was not in that box. We might run into a higurashi situation where we can stay with any one person and, like, confirm their innocence, but then it just leads to somebody else going mad, right? That we have a rotating antagonist. That'd be the issue, right? Where, like, but then you would be able to confirm that a person is innocent if you're with them, but that that might not mean, because I'm thinking, like, timeline, right? If we bounce between the timelines and are trying to collect evidence between all of them, the problem is you can only guarantee a person's innocence in that timeline. In another timeline, you can no longer guarantee their innocence just because you guaranteed it in a previous timeline. Which is what we learned from Higurashi. What does opai mean? Boobs. I read that from chat, but also I know that because of One Punch Man. Doesn't he have a shirt that says opai or something? I don't know. Think about it. However, in reality, something like that is impossible. In other words, I have to expend an incredible effort just to check the contents of one box, and there are 18 of them. In other words, unless I bind all 18 of them in chains and watch over them, it's impossible to prove that all of them have empty boxes, or you could just prove that the cookie's in the 19th. However, Byato only has to open one box, the 19th box, and show that it is empty to prove that the bomb is in one of the other 18 boxes. Furthermore, there's no need for her to show which of the 18 boxes has the bomb. No, you can just say 20th, though. I have 18 times more work to do to explain my pet theory than Byato does for hers. No, Battler, resist! No, Battler, you got tricked by Hempel's Raven! Just do another Devil's Proof, bro. Infinite Devil's Proof. Unless she red texts your ass and says the bomb is in the 18, you can just keep making up new people. New fake people to blame. Yo, how does the law even function? If I put up as a member of the jury, bro, unironically, I bet that you are not allowed to be a member of the jury in America legal system if you've played Umineko. If I, like, pulled up to the jury and, like, got interviewed and I said, like, oh yeah, I bet that's one of their questions, like, hey, sir, have you played Umineko When They Cry? Oh yeah, I love Umineko When They Cry. Cross you off, send you back home, bro. They don't want people that are this logical, because I'm gonna be sitting in the jury booth. They're gonna be like, yeah, the fingerprints were on, his fingerprints were on the knife. He was spotted in the location of the crime, nearby, etc., etc., etc. And I'm gonna just hit him with the Devil's Proof, bro. And then they're gonna be like, huh? And then I'm gonna hang the jury. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Okay. Just so you know from the proof, many cases in this world where refuting something would take a vast amount of effort that is impossible in practice. Hempel's Raven turns up prime around and makes it possible to prove things easily.
Hempelのカラスを使えば、様々な暴論が実証可能なのです。
I don't even know what jury nullification is. Is that I don't even know what that is. You plan to nullify? Wait, what is nullify?
例えば、私以外の人間イコール愚かであるという命題があったとします。
All the humans except me are fool. Oh, we're bringing out some, like, platonic. 12 angry Ryukishi fans. Holy aura. Holy aura. What even is a knife? Prove it to me. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love this, like, logic game stuff. It's so fun, bro. I used to do logic. I was in, like, a special program in class where we would go to, like, a separate. I would get pulled out of class early with a bunch of other kids. I was not in, like, a special ed program. Let me make this clear. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. But I would, like, be pulled into a separate class with a bunch of other students from, like, my grade, and we would do, like, logic games and stuff. Isn't that so random? We would do, like, our own extra projects. And so it's like this kind of shit I've been doing since I was dealing with this shit in, like, 2nd grade, okay? I've been ready for you. All humans except me are foolish. Normally, in order to prove this, I would have to examine all of humanity except myself and show that they are all foolish. Right?
Yeah, how do you do that in reality? That's a great question. I don't know the answer.
バトラ様の18箱を開ける手間と
Exactly.
全く同じです。
Jury notification to the jury votes not guilty when the defendant is obviously guilty. Got you. You will vote not guilty even if you think they're guilty. So you're just basically saying I'm going to troll the match. Oh, so jury nullification is saying I'm going to into this match, which calls for the lobby to be remade. Okay. Put it into league terminology and it's starting to make sense. That's cool. What does Tatari mean? You heard this many times in Higu? No freaking clue. Monogatari, it means, story. Yeah, break this down for me. I actually am really curious this idea. I don't think I follow this so far. Yes, yes. Yo, you're stealing! Beatrice, you're stealing flip over the chessboard, bro! Baby girl, that's a human technique. Oh my god. We're learning from the witch side, but the witches are learning from the human side, bro. You merely need to prove that not foolish equals me. Right? What do you think that means? Wait, what? As soon as I know the fact that I am wise, I finished proving in an instant that every one of the billions of people in the human race is foolish. No, I don't. That's kind of what I don't think that works. No, this is exactly what I was talking about with the Raven thing earlier. There is I said, quote, massive qualifier, the absolutely huge qualifier that to get the therefore statement, you would have to go through to every single person and make sure, or in that case, every single Raven. You would have to do this, if you go throughout the world and examine all birds are not ravens and prove that none of them are black, then as a result you can claim. So I don't, why is she jumping that gun here? Let me read it again. For example, all humans except me are foolish. Maybe it's because of the phrasing. All humans except me are foolish. In order to prove this, I would have to examine all of humanity except myself and show that they are foolish. Oh, it's because you're starting with the negative? All humans except me? So the contrapositive of all humans except me are foolish is that really I am wise? Use your style of phrase, flip over the chessboard, you merely need to move that not foolish equals me, and what do you think that means? I am wise. Okay, I think they're trying to start it from the other way. Wait, this is actually crazy. Chad, I never read the word Tatari. I don't hear words, bro. I hear voice acting. I hear emotions. I don't hear words, bro. Okay, yeah, currently this doesn't work for me. I want to see them break it down more. What's a QED? QED?
なんつう暴論だよ。
これはとてもとても便利な一手ですよ。
I feel like you still need to check everybody, but they're doing like this weird reversal thing that I think is trying to bypass that. You know what I mean? Maybe if I read it again, it'll make more sense. So, the Raven part, the Raven phrasing is that we're trying to prove that ravens are black. And so if it is a raven, it is black. And so they're trying to say, like, it's like positive to positive. If it is a raven, it is black. But this is saying all humans except me are foolish. And so the contrapositive of if it is a raven, it is black equals if a bird is not black, it is not a raven. Right? If it is not black, it's not a raven, right? Okay, so if all humans except me are foolish, the contrapositive would be all humans except me are foolish. Oh, well, yeah, it would be I am wise, wouldn't it? Wait, is she right? If it is a raven, it is black. If a bird is not black, it is not a raven. If it is, it is. If it's not, it's not. And so if all humans except me are wise, you would flip it. Are foolish, then I am wise. That, like, makes sense. But I feel like it's fucked something up. QED equals quad erat demonstratum, that which was to be demonstrated. Is she dropping fucking Latin at me? Is she Latining my ass? Okay, I think I follow what she's saying. It's just, it feels like you're cheating somehow by starting with all humans except me are foolish. You know, you're like, I feel like that's cheating, but I don't know how to say it's cheating. Because I'm trying to follow her logic. And I feel like by her logic it makes enough sense. You need to prove that not foolish equals me. All humans except me all humans except me are foolish. But, like, if it's like, okay, but birds. All birds except ravens are black. Okay. All birds except ravens are black. I gotta write this down. Okay. Prove by contraceptive test. Okay. All ravens except... Or no. All birds except ravens are black. All birds except ravens are white, maybe, let's say. And it's like you're proving that by saying ravens are black. That doesn't make any sense. I did write contraceptive. I'm keeping that. All birds except ravens are white. Ravens equal black does not prove anything about all birds except ravens being white. You know what I mean? Like, just because ravens are black does not determine that no other bird is black. I feel like we're skipping something. So yeah, Battler, please lock in. That's what I would bring up. Gods use that? Gods.
幸福であるイコール神のしもべを命題とするとき、待遇は神のしもべでない人間イコール
Oh god, okay, wait, give me a second. I gotta read that in a second.
つまり
It assumes the foolishness rather than just focusing on proving one's wiseness. Okay, wait. I gotta read that. Okay, wait. Let's new example dropping. Renovation is renovating my mind palace. In a very, very convenient move. Not only demons, gods. When you propose blessed equals God's servant, the contrapositive is if a human is not a servant of God, then he must not be blessed. Okay. If I am blessed, I am God's servant. And so if I am not a servant of God, then I am not blessed. Because to be blessed is to be God's servant, so to be God's servant is to be blessed. But blessed equals God's servant. If you're blessed, then you are God's servant. No, but that doesn't mean that if you're God's servant, you're blessed. If a human is not a servant of God, but that's a separate statement then. If a human is not a servant of God, then he must not be blessed. Because if you were a servant of God, you must not be... If you're not a servant of God... Okay, if you are blessed, you are God's servant. Agreed. If you're blessed, you're God's servant. But if you're not God's servant, are you blessed? If you're blessed, you're God... Oh, you can't be, because right. If you're not a servant of God, if you were to be blessed, then you would be God's servant, which doesn't make sense. So this is correct. This is correct. If you... Yes, this contrapositive does hold. I feel like the bird one does, or the foolish one doesn't, though. Because if you're blessed, you're God's servant. So, if you're... wait. If you are a human, and if you are a human, you are foolish unless you are Beatrice. But Beatrice being not foolish, does not determine... fucking kill me. Okay. They're gonna counter it, trust. Do you want to be able to talk about chat with this, or do you want to work it on your own and finish the scene? Let's just finish what they're saying. But yeah, chat can talk about it, but I'll interact with feel free, don't delete it, it's fine. But I might not read it right away, because I do want to like lock in on this. But yeah, people can talk about the logic stuff specifically, because it is intense. And I'm fine with that. So in order for servants of God to prove that they are granted fortune by their divine protection, they have to prove that those who don't receive that divine protection suffer misfortune. Because yeah, you're not blessed if you're not
God's servant, then you are not blessed. Yes.
そして彼らは自らの神を信じない人々を不幸に突き落とすこと。
Right.
自らの幸福を実証する。
Right. Therefore, by bringing misfortune down upon those people who don't believe in their God, they prove their own blessedness. Right? And that's how people like ego, right? You cringe people, ego other people by putting them down. This is how you get bullies, bro. Because a bully will try to define their own ego by putting other people beneath them. But I would call that insecure. Time myself out? I have done no wrong. Yeah, you're fine to talk about logic stuff, chat. I just might not read it right away because I'm trying to lock in what they're saying. It takes an enormous cost to give humans happiness. I'm cackling. By bringing misfortune onto people that aren't them. But that doesn't mean that they're blessed. I mean, I guess they're blessed relatively. I guess they're blessed relatively, right? Because relative to those with misfortune, they are blessed. But that's only because you brought misfortune, not because you brought a blessing. So they're not actually blessed, right? You're like tricking them. You're making them think they're blessed by bringing misfortune onto others. But that does, like, it's just you're blessed like relatively. But that feels counterintuitive to blessing. You know what I mean? Like, your life is great because I killed 10 people the other day and you weren't one of them. Therefore, your life is great. That doesn't mean your life's great. That just means you're not one of the 10 people that got murdered. Like, I don't know. You demon, agreed. I think the timeout command only affects Twitch viewers. But yeah, anybody can be timed out through my application. So like, well, and correct me if I'm wrong, mods, because I'm actually a little curious. My current impression is that if y'all time out somebody or ban somebody through the client, that no matter where they're from, like, they could still chat in YouTube, but it just wouldn't reach me. So they'd be speaking into the void. Is that accurate? I think that's accurate. Okay, let's see. Barra, pull yourself out, I believe. Yes and no? Okay. Does it still ban them, maybe? If you managed to put into words what bothered me about this logic, I'm glad, because it's bothering. Yeah, like there's like a, I feel like it's annoying. I feel like they're actually being manipulative on purpose, because they make the part that I was upset about is very clear in the qualifier that's given with the raven, that you have to check every other bird, right? That's the part that they qualified earlier, but then I feel like in the wisdom argument they skipped that. They somehow like twisted the words around to jump past it. They are actually being banned on the platform. Okay, cool. Some 19th means every single possible 19th, though. Like, yes, that's fine, because that is the claim, but like, you can't just pick a 19th. That's what's so annoying about the I am wise thing. You can't just be like, there is a 19th person, they're right here, and they're not the culprit. If they say that in red, it still doesn't work. You just make a new one. You know, they have to disprove every single possible, quote-unquote, 19th person, which is the part what makes the devil's proof so annoying. Do we agree that the culprit must be here? I wait your answer. But it's in every 19th person. The 19th person role ascribes to every single possible 19th person, which is infinity. Or it's like 8 billion or whatever. But there could be 1 billion more people in fucking Agartha, bro. You gotta bring Agartha into this, bro. There could be 500 billion people, but most of them are just chilling in Agartha. In which case, you can't even check every single human on Earth, because what about every single human in Earth, bro? Think about that for a minute, Beatrice. You know what I'm saying, Chad? That's what I'm saying. For a while, I just stood there, shot completely, forgetting to close my mouth. Just when I thought I'd got my own back on them by using their favorite move against them, the counterattack to that had been this reckless argument that I could not have even begun to imagine. You get banned if you spoil me. That's all. Or if I ever decide to ban you. Like, if chat's being, like, really, like, bad, then I'll make the decision to ban people, of course. Like, if people are, like, I don't know, like being like weird, I'll try to start banning people. I've kind of like let a lot of stuff slide generally that I think I'm gonna try to be a little more like make clear what I'm okay with. So that's something I'm working on. But anyways. Anyways, was it really impossible to continue denying the witch on an island with no more than 18 people and yet still believe in the innocence of those 18 people? Was that just a delusion? Was I just trying to escape reality? No, I think Battler's position is still fine. I think he's getting manipulated. The 19th person is me, pink cubed. Could be. I don't know, maybe I black out every night and enter Rokenjima Island. Not yet. Don't give up this struggle yet. Who cares about whoever's Raven? They're just trying to speak in riddles by bringing up some weird bits of trivia. I'd use the devil's proof. Don't feel doubt in something once you've used it. Believe in the spear you've lunged forward with. Apply even more force and gouge it in. Right! It's the right technique. The devil's proof is still unbeatable, as far as I can tell. The game is still in the open. I did things. Pink cubed on the island. The cube on the island. I did things.
いや待て、確認するぞ。確かに俺は分かりやすく
That doesn't mean one 19th person. Exactly. That's how you escape. That's how you escape.
悪魔の証明によって
There we go. Boom. He found it. He found it. And that's exactly what I think she tried to
10
distract
人
him
いるか
with.
100人いるかも分からない。不特定
And so you have to disprove every single one of them, which is why the wisdom thing makes no
お前が想定する人数よ
sense.
り常に
Yes,
一
yes,
人
yes, yes,
多い
yes, yes.
分かるか
She had returned my twisted logic with something even more twisted. So the only thing that could counter that would be even crazier twisted logic.
なるほど。わらわが19人目のアリバイを何らかの方法で証明したとしても、その瞬間にそなたは
Exactly. And counter that. Like, you can't just... What, do you just do, like, an infinite ladder chain of Hempel's Raven? But you would be the one having to Hempel's Raven each attack, right? So we'd be deadlocked again. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Battler found it. Get Locust! Get Locust! Boom! Got him! Now red text it! You have to red text it. Get summoned. Well played! Thank you, Battler. That's what I've been
つ
saying.
まり18人以外の存在 X は常にアリバイを証明することが
You never could, because I would just make a new one.
どうだベアト
Thank you,
フェ
Battler.
リックス合戦だと分かれば
Okay, if she can beat this, then I would love to see it. Beat this, Beatrice. Come on, beat this. Yeah, bans are like, if you're spoiling, you're gonna get banned. That's always gonna happen. Especially if you're intentional. If you like accidentally spoil, you'll probably be fine. And like mods will just tell you to like relax a little bit. Yo, you can kill infinity? Sure, girl. Yeah, I would like to see it when you try, right? But yeah, like if people are like being really mean, I'll ban them. Because I want a place that's relative, like we're fun, we're a little weird or whatever, but I don't want it to get too unhinged. It's a fine line. It's a fine line. All right, lock it. How foolish. Who do you think I am? For you to challenge me at infinity is absurd. You're not the endless witch though, dude. You're just some girl. Come on. Witches aren't real, dumbass. Come on! Come on! Welcome to the hotel! There's infinite rooms, but always somebody plus ones. Chew on that. Yup! A 6/7. A 6/7. We missed 6/7! No! No! Chad, why didn't you remind me? We missed 6/7! We have to wait 100 hours for the next total playtime 6/7! No! How could you? How could you? No! It was all a distraction for that. That was the point. No. No. What? What? Are we dead, Raz? 99 hours, chat. Set a reminder for 99 hours. 6-9 is next. Oh no. Took me a full hour to remember. Yeah, I do think I can travel with you for all infinity, bro. Bro, it clearly does if you're so bored that you're cannibalizing people, bro. You're bored. You're getting affected by infinity. Yeah, kill it. Kill it. Kill it. If she red text me. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Where did you just hit me? Did you just hit me in the soul? I've talked about this already. We're ready for this, though. It corners her more than it corners us. We can still get out of this. It's fine, Battler. Don't panic. Don't panic. We're ready. We're ready to throw down, bro. Yeah, I gotta pee. I gotta pee. I'm gonna piss myself. It's too exciting, bro. I'll be right back. I'm not even BRB screening. Lock in. Alright. If 10 of you consent, I'll shoot a random chatter. Start pulling some Devil's Proof, Hempel's Raven into that, bro. Think about it. Chat's literally like playing Russian roulette with itself just to entertain itself, bro. That's crazy. You should have said that in Red. It would have been more horror. It limits you. Okay, you can beat Infinity. You can. On the other side, yeah, you can kill Infinity. You can limit Infinity. But I know if you limit Infinity, you're just cornering yourself, bro. Because you use Infinity as a shield. Okay, that's the funny thing, okay? I see through your illusions, you witch. I see through you. Battler. Alright, no, there's a good thing. There's a good thing. We're cornering her. Are we cutting away? We're cutting away? Okay, no, we're good. I wonder what kind of creepy look I got on my face as I laughed right then. That red sure is scary. Every time it jumps out, I'm driven into the depths of hopelessness. But I had already realized it. There was no need to be unnecessarily afraid of the red. Bro, her using the red is like her sacrificing a piece. Okay? It's actually like, it's cornering her more than it's cornering us. We just gotta find our way to survive. FBI, Dragolo Cone, thank you for the resubscription. 26 months, bro. The third baby's on the way. Yo, congratulations, bro. A week after my birthday, happy birthday. Think about it, lock in. Oh. She's sweating, dude. She's sweating. She's sweating. She's sweating.
悪いが、その真っ赤な砲塔は俺も抜いてくれるのを待ってたんだ。さて、お前は
He's confident, bro. I love my boy.
宣言してくれるんだ。犯人は18人の中にいるとでも言ってくれるのか。
Yeah, because you can't.
言っとくが、そいつは自爆だ
Because you
ぜ。
can't.
その時点でお前は魔女説を自ら捨てたも同然。まさに棟梁だ。
Yeah, God is that. Oh my God, corner her. That's right. The red isn't always necessarily to be Ito's advantage. On the contrary, if she used it the wrong way, it's dangerous enough that she could bring about her own death. If she used it carelessly and said something which ended up denying herself, that would be exactly the same thing as self-destructing. That's the true double-edged sword.
確かに俺にとっても18人の中に犯人がいると赤で言われることは。
But I would, you know, we would come out winning.
事実さ。たとえ
The Hadouken?
誰が犯人であっても俺はきっと
Wait, this is a long series and we are deep in it, bro.
だがそれはそれ以前にお前の敗北も意味する。人間が犯人だとお前が赤で語ることはお前の棟梁宣言にも等しい。
Do got the full playthrough on the YouTube though. Shout out the YouTube, bro.
俺と差し違えても相打ちにしたいってんならそれも面白い一手だろうぜ。
Yeah.
だがこの勝負は
He's right. He's right. He's got the right confidence. That's really good to hear. Ba-shing! Beatrice's red was truly her secret weapon, her treasured blade. The things she spoke in red would become solidified as the truth, and no amount of evidence or counter-arguments could change them. But I have faith that we're correct, which means it corners her. They had cut me down to size many times now, rending in two any supports my heart had to lean on. However, if she used it carelessly, then I could also find a little information about the truth. In the last game, especially during the chapel's locked room trick, I had taken advantage of that, and had once closed her in almost completely. But she was also pretty sly. She had learned from experience, and since then had started using discretion in the timing of the red. This feeling of tension was almost literally like a battle with real swords. Dude, Umineko's so good. This was also a battle of high intelligence. No, not of intelligence. It really was twisted logic. Yeah, it's like, I really love the, like, meta commentary thing they're doing. It's so good. This was the world's craziest and worst battle of twisted logic. Like, I'm more interested in this than the actual, like, gameplay. Oh my goodness! Wait! Wait! And it's gone with a $50 super chat? Yo, bro! Yo, your higurashi and lobotomy corp got me through work. Talk about it and win the game for free. Our iconic, stay wonderful. Can't hang out since I'm not caught on Umineko. Oh, dude, that is so generous of you. Thank you so much, and it's gone. I'm glad that you've enjoyed the lobotomy corp and the higurashi, bro. Yo, get on Umineko, bro. Umineko's fire. You gotta pull up, bro. That is so nice of you. That is so nice of you, bro. Oh my goodness. We have to heart that on YouTube. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. That is like, bro, I've actually thought about that a lot. One of my favorite things about doing content creation is I have so many stupid verbal tics. And the thought, like, I've noticed it in the Discord that other people will sometimes, like, say things that I've been saying a lot. And I don't know if they're getting it from me, but I like to assume that, like, they're kinda getting it from me. You know? And that always makes me so happy to see my language spread like a disease, dude. So the thought of, like, talk about it or win the game for free, like, I think both of those I've kind of come up with. I just start saying it. You cursed me with low key and, like, 20 others. It's so good. That's so good. So, like, for you specifically to bring that up is actually so awesome. I picked up your speech stuff quite a lot out of Umeo. We definitely are 100% getting it from you, and it is a disease. Talk about it became my vocal stim after Pink videos. Oh my god. I definitely have the I'm gonna be real with you phrase from you. Jarona got me caught. Bro, Jarona is so good. I love Jarona. Agreed. That is so funny, dude. That's so nice of you, though, and it's gone. Thank you very much. That, like, bro, I always really appreciate when people drop stuff like that. Like, I appreciate all the lurkers, all the chatters, all the whatever, but, like, I don't know, people putting their, it's like I'm a street performer, and I do it for the performance, but I also have the hat for tips, you know? And so it's like, I'm just having a good time doing my thing, and it's always so nice when other people, like, give it value like that. That's super kind of you to do. Thank you very much. I'm about to blow my shit schmoove off. And it's fun because a lot of the phrases I've, like, copied from other people, or things like, I'm gonna blow my shit schmoove off. I didn't come up with that. But stuff like, agreed! I think I kind of just started doing that, you know? So it's really fun. It shows, like, It's like my life is a stone being thrown in a pond, and whenever other people copy my verbal tics, that's the ripples. You know, I find that actually like kind of meaningful in like a cool way. You know, you get to see the influence you've had on other people as they exist too, and I just really like that. Yeah, it shows you stay positive too. You deserve it. Thank you, and it's gone. That's very kind. That's very, very kind. Schmoove is literally what I got from you. I love schmoove. I think it's just smooth move, but with a C in there. Schmoove. It's the schmoove, bro. I also have the hat for tits. Wait, what? Okay, that's a you phrase, chat. That one is not me, bro. That one is not me. Thank you, though. Thank you, though. Okay, back to Umineko, bro. I hope to see you again if you manage to get caught up eventually. But, you know, no pressure. No pressure. Umineko's fire, though. I'm really liking Umineko. A schmoovie. I love schmoovie. Move, smooth, movie. The schmoovie. Yeah?
18人以外に何人の人間がいるのかを赤で確定させる必要がある。
It is me now, great.
それらの人間についてさらに赤で犯人でないことを宣言したならば、なるほど。こいつは俺にとって致命傷になるだろうぜ。
あれほど怯えていた赤を。
Yeah, bro, I'm locked in, baby girl. I'm locked in.
たくましいやつよ。
抜いてみろよ。殿下の宝刀。バッサリ決まって、今度こそ俺を。
Oh my goodness, he's edging her. Yeah, the spread of language is such an interesting like thing. It's really cool. Wait, is she about to drop it? Agitate her, provoke her. Wait, let me double check. Did I heart that? I did heart that. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, and it's gone. Okay. Agitate her, provoke her. Drive her into a corner to make her speak in red. Exactly, it's the right maneuver. Of course, her red always has cut right through my only threads of hope, but don't be afraid of that. He has the confidence to pick himself up from ground zero, bro. He has utter self-confidence that he knows that even if all his hope extinguishes, that he'll be able to keep going. That's willpower, dude. It's actually a very meaningful thing I realized, that like, courage takes place when you're afraid. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's pushing through it. Willpower isn't the absence of hope or the absence of meaning. Or like, wait, I don't know the phrasing. I'm trying to like come up with it. Willpower is pushing through even when you have no hope or no meaning, right? It doesn't take place when you're... It takes place when you're despairing. It's not the absence of despair, it's pushing through despair. That's it. That's kind of the line. Who is this Beatrice and why is she a battery? You got no idea how many batteries are in this hoe. There's so many batteries. On this island overcome with falsehoods and illusions, the only thing I can trust is myself. Okay. And the information she speaks in red. It is my only way across the chasm of hell. Just a single tightrope. Love the tightrope analogy being used. Her merciless blood-red blade is the only way I can survive. This isn't just walking on a tightrope. It's literally like walking on the edge of a blade. Of course I'm afraid. In terms of her contraceptive, positive. My victory condition, the denial of the witch, meant that the culprit was a human. But I didn't want to search for the culprit amid the 18. Therefore, I held onto a weak point, since I had to deny the witch and the 18 at the same time. Since I'd been unable to understand that last time, that was where she had hit me, leaving me tattered and defeated. Willpower can only be demonstrated in times of hardship. Exactly. I feel like you already said that. I'm having a pink deja vu. I do repeat stuff sometimes. But that's alright. Let her hit me. Let her attack. No problem. Someone said it once in an old sword-fighting movie, that a good fortress has one and only one intentionally weak point. The enemy would gather there, they would be lured there, and that would be where the actual battle took place. As long as I understood my weak points, and as long as she wants to attack those weak points, it's as if I've induced her to attack there. Induced her, like a pregnancy. Carefully judge the distance from your enemy and retreat step by step, make them draw their sword first. Shing, 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 shing! The more she recklessly flourishes that red, the more chances I'll have to strike back. Don't be afraid of the red. This is like exactly what Rika and Lambda Delta were talking about too. That she's like overconfident and that exposes weaknesses. Don't be afraid of the red. Keep the pressure on so that she is forced to refute with the red. No matter how oppressively she speaks in red, yes, that red itself is the same as fresh blood spurting from her wounds. Dude, she's scared, bro. She's scared.
どうしたよ。まずはこの島に合計で何人いるのか。
Do it. Do it.
語ってもらおうじゃねえか。
It's a big question, Tor. It's a big question.
さもないと
Exactly. The ravens. She was trying to broadcast how strong the raven is, but you need the raven to be backed up by red text, or the raven dies. Yeah, get owned. You like it though, Beatrice. You like it, bro. These two got the craziest, most toxic romance of all time, bro. They both hate each other, but they both love each other, right? I know it. Battler doesn't even know how much he loves Beatrice, and Beatrice doesn't even know how much she loves Battler. This is the true thing. Kinzo's getting cucked by his grandson. Oh no, cucked by your grandson? Oh no. One cannot make light of someone putting their life on the line no matter what the era. She's putting respect on him. She's even bringing up Kinzo? Crazy. It's crazy how he ended up getting eaten last episode, though. But I guess Battler did too. What's up, Renovation? Renove cleared his throat. Oh, is she not gonna spit any red? She's not spitting any red, bro. She's scared. She's scared! Renovation, who was supposed to be her ally, roguishly rushed her next move. Byoto smiled back, probably intended to demonstrate that she was still relaxed, but she couldn't hide the sweat building up on her forehead. Yo, baby girl, I thought you had something. By now she had completely lost that relaxedness, which had allowed her to turn her nose up at her worthless opponent. Of course, she probably wasn't really cornered by something like this. She was just being cautious. Until now, I had been inexperienced. I didn't have a good grasp on how to fight, and I was underpowered as an opponent. However, now that we had reached the third game, she realized that I was starting to become skilled. You're teaching me how to beat you. And she had grown more cautious, thinking every move over carefully. Just like chess, bro. Sure, that's just fine, Beatrice. And sorry to have kept you waiting. Are you happy now? Ew! Hey! Oh, Battler! Bro, Battler's hot, bro. Yo, can I join Battler and Beatrice as like a third, bro? Low-key. Low-key. I'd be down, bro. Can we all be like a throuple, bro? I want to be a throuple with Beatrice and Battler, unironically. I'm actually into it, bro. Battler might start, bro. I might be gaining a light crush on Battler. I'm not trolling, bro. This shit is intense, bro. This shit is powerful. I don't know. Yeah, I think this is a new sprite. I don't think I've seen her look like this, bro. Yo, bro. Bro thinks he's flowery. Not even trolling. This shit's fire. I love this, bro. This is bro. These scenes are some of the best scenes in all of visual novel history, and I've only read 3 visual novels, including Katawa Shoujo. Chat, I'm like 99% straight, but like there are a few exceptions that are men, and therefore I'm like, I think technically bisexual, but like most of the people I'm attracted to are women, and I'm usually attracted to feminine characteristics, but I don't know, bro. Battler's kind of hitting me with the schmoves right now, okay? He's kind of hitting me with a little bit of schmoves. I respect Battler's brain. Maybe I'm a sapiosexual. Wait, what's that? Intellectual sepsia? The thing where you're attracted to intelligence? I don't know. I'm attracted to willpower. Maybe that's what I'm attracted to. And Battler got hella willpower, bro. Sitting in the back street back seat while Battler and Byoto are arguing. That's what we're getting to do, and it's awesome. Holy. Alright, lock in. This shit's fire, bro. Yeah, Shade, it would have been bad. I'm glad that they're stuck here, bro. Wait, what was that last word? I guess I just won't get the sense that we've started. Okay. The first move was mine. Oh my goodness. Okay! Here it comes. Here it comes. Repetition requested. She's unable to. She can't do it. She can't do it. That's such a ballsy move. This is him literally taking a step on the blade. Not even trolling. Because he's even said this would ruin him if there was only 18 people. But he's willing to gamble his life. It's a gamble, bro. It's how we make miracles happen. This is magic. We're watching magic. He's willing it. He's willing to put it all on the line. He's facing the demon. He's facing the fate, bro. This is so good of him to do. I love this shit, bro. Repetition motherfucking requested. Talk about it. And he's willing to stake that, bro. Try it. Try me. Try me.
Attention
この
requested!
島には18人しかいない。
She can't.
拒否する。
Boom!
理由は明かさない。
Boom! Woo! I'd avoided what would have been the worst red for me. One, it's the funny thing is that, like, it still technically could be true, but she's declining it. Like, it kind of tells us nothing, but we can infer a lot. Right? So that's where we have to read the opponent. Which is cool, right? That's like, that's... I'd avoided what would have been the worst red for me. If she had repeated that, I would have been faced with those two worst choices of accepting the witch or suspecting one of the 18. Like last time all over again. But Beato had not proclaimed... It's so cute that he calls her Beato. Isn't that just adorable, bro? They got pet names, dude. And she led him around on a collar. Oh my god, it's two switches. It's not even that he's a sub and she's a dom. They're both fighting to be the dom. That's the hottest thing you can do, is both fight to be the dom, and then sometimes one person wins, sometimes the other person wins, and you're out of breath as you pinned each other to the mattress, bro. Contextually, irrespectively, and metaphorically. You know what I mean? But like, oh, that's shit's so juicy. But Beato had not proclaimed my ultimate and greatest weakness in red. Sorry, I'm not trying to like let my kinks out. Okay, my fault. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. My fault. Top 10 situations you want to be in. Okay, wait, but chat gets it, though. We want to be in. That's what I'm saying. She declined to repeat it, even though there was no reason why she shouldn't have struck, even though it was a weakness she should have been drooling at. She hadn't sliced me up with red by using that move, which should have been as good as forking a rook and the king. That was a big sign of my advantage. That's right. The culprit isn't one of the 18 people. I won't doubt anyone. And since the culprit isn't a witch either, it means that a 19th person exists on this island. And that's you. A person who has grandfather's mistress of 30 years, has been living secretly in a hidden mansion in the forest for a long, long time. And you're old, and you have gray hair, I bet. The human Beatrice.
そうさ。お前は魔女なんかじゃない。この島に何十年も隠れ住んできた。ただの人間なんだ。
But it's no fun to be walked around like a pet if you let the collar be put on your neck. You have to like fight, you know? You have to fight, both of you, duking it out with the collar, trying to decide who's the pet. Then it's good. But if you just roll over and are like, I'm a good puppy, I just don't get it, bro. Like... Sorry, I started feeling some kind of way. I have to like take a deep breath, bro. Cause I was about to say like, if I had a girl that wanted to be my puppy, bro, low-key, Chad, I would low-key be in like, if, I don't know, if a baby girl was like, hey, I'll be your puppy, and be like, oh, you're a good girl. You know what I mean? I mean, I love consent. Consent's awesome. Consent is hotter than non-consent. I'm not even trolling, by the way. Consent is the hottest thing because they're literally, it means that they want you so much they're willing to admit it, bro. That's hot. Isn't that awesome? Dude, consent, awesome. You gotta delete the VOD. Oh no, I would love a girl that would like to like be pet. Yeah, I would love to pet my partner, bro. I would tell her she's a good girl. Okay, we're done. Wow, wait, whoa, turn that off. Okay, we're done. I gotta relax for a second. Pink, how do I clip this? Chat, okay. Whoa! Okay, deep breath. Okay, we're doing a grounding exercise. Nah, fuck grounding, bro. Let's get crazy. Your coworkers and family are literally watching your vids. Bro, let them know, bro. I'm fine if everybody knows that I would love a girlfriend that wants to be my little puppy sometimes. That's okay, baby girl. Oh no, they're gonna think that I'm awesome. It's fucking cool, man. Stop saying good girl. Good girl. Chad, you want me to say it in like a deep voice like I just woke up and shit? Like type shit like, good girl. 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 You're my good girl. Chad, are you hot right now? You hot and bothered? Are you hot and bothered? Are you hot and bothered? I'm not drinking more. No, I am not drinking more. I'm good. I'm good. Locked in. For a while, Beatrice continued to laugh unpleasantly, gloating or maybe even spiteful.
いいか、続けるぜ。続けて復唱要求。
Shame is cringe. I've abandoned shame. I've abandoned shame. Drop it. Drop the nuke. Say it, Beatrice. Beatrice fell silent once again. The feeling that confirmed the number of humans on this island might possibly stand to give her some large disadvantage was probably making her extremely cautious. Just baiting a hypothetical new viewer joining and hearing this. That's what I want, bro. That's what I want. The red had already become a foothold for my counterattack. With that in mind, the red had already become a risk for the witch. But if she couldn't repeat this, her Hempel's Raven wouldn't work. Exactly! And that's what... I feel like she was trying to dodge that earlier. In order to break my devil's proof, first, the existence of a number of people outside the 18 need to be confirmed in red. You have to make the 2 boxes for Hempel's Raven to bounce between in order to have it counter the devil's proof. And of course, she can do that. You can't do that in reality because you can devil's proof forever. But she can do that because she can break infinity. But I think the truth of what's happening on Rakenjima Island is not to her benefit. The truth is that there's not a witch. That's the ironic thing. I think the truth is it's an illusion. The truth is it's a trick. And that's why Battler is right. That's why she can't just beat the game. You know what I mean? Or, if it's not that, then it's that she's, like, dragging out for fun. But I don't want to believe it's impossible to win. I refuse that. That's called hope. That's called hope. That's right. She couldn't break the existence of a 19th person unless she used red. I had closed Byato in, giving her no choice but to speak in red. There really was a way to fight in this witch's game.
拒否してもいいんだぜ。お前が赤で言えないなら、この島の合計人数は18プラス X ってことになる。
Break Infinity, Gojo is in here? Bro,
この X
Beatrice is Gojo.
初手で許すには相当でかい大駒だぜ。何しろ、以後18人の誰にも不可能
Yeah, will completely fall
という
apart.
根拠のトリックは全て18人以外の人間 X で説明可能になる。全員アリバイ系の密室を全て打ち破れる大駒だ。
It was just like a bishop in chess, which can cut a thin line through enemy forces as long as there's a slight gap. Bro, he's bringing out chess terminology. If only, it only exerts an effect over squares of the same color, but has a great ability to control the board. And this is like the red color. Oh, she's swearing. It looked like Byato also well understood her current plight. She couldn't just let such an important piece go, especially this close to the beginning of the game. If she pulled out her red treasured sword, it wouldn't be that difficult to save that piece. But Byato was completely aware that I was expecting it. She was afraid that a careless red truth might end up strangling her own neck. Because in the first place, a witch was something which should be denied in red. Believe, don't doubt, witches don't exist. Something like that can't exist in this world. They can only exist in the cracks in reality. They are a fragile existence, curled up in these cracks, frantically trying to protect themselves from the brutal winds of truth. And they can only barely exist like a mirage by surviving on falsehoods and fantasy. I don't like that we're even allowing barely exist. Never fucking do that again for real. Chat, you didn't like the good girl thing? My fault. In other words, the red, which only witches can use, is the very reality by which they risk denying themselves. The more they brandish their red words, the more they begin to lose, bit by bit, that cracking reality inside which they can endure. Chad, I'm gonna hit you with the craziest connection. Are you ready? Alright? Like, stand up, dust yourself off, sit down. The same way that the witch's ability itself is self-destructive is the same as Kinzo's fervor Dionysian madness. Kinzo going mad and the barbarism of the Golden Land party, that barbarism is self-destructive. To participate in that is to ask yourself to be consumed in the revelry, in the fervor, in the madness. Beatrice's very technique of magic is also similarly self-destructive. That's what this point is saying. All of it's self-destructive, bro. That's why you don't want to engage with things that are self-destructive. This is the trap. This is why we need to be better. Am I right or am I right? Alright, I'm ready for Umineko! I'm here! The more they brandish their red words, the more they begin to lose, bit by bit, that crack in reality inside which they can endure. That is what they don't want through the red. To carelessly lose that crack in reality which is based on fuzzy information, or in other words, fantasy. Because they understand that they would be gradually cornering themselves. Of course, she would never admit it.
Because if she did, it would be the same as admitting that she is something that can't exist in this world, like an imaginary number. Don't be afraid, stay strong. She knows this deep down and better than anyone. That her red treasured sword can't easily be used without considerable resolve.
どうしたよ。繰り返すぜ。副将要系。この島には19人以上がいる。
That was so cute! Chat, hear it again, hear it again. Are you ready? Oh wait, I can't until we finish the line. At the end of a long, long time spent deliberating. Listen to that little... It's cute! One more time. Oh, Beatrice. At the end of a long, long time spent deliberating, letting a single deep breath escape, she quietly proclaimed her refusal. She doesn't want to say how many people are on the island. I thought that she'd use it, but Byato refused to speak in red, even though it would cost her victory in the opening part of the game. Katsub 03 to give it a far.
拒否したな。ということは今後、俺は18人以外の架空人物。
I'm gonna copy this down unless she declines, unless she fights back against it here.
好きにするがよい。わらわはそなたの副将を拒否した。今はそれで十分である。拒否の理由は。いや。
You don't even want to tell. She's scared, bro. She's actually scared.
いずれすぐにわかる。
もったいぶりやがってよ。
あえて使わぬ赤もまた赤らしい使い方。そなたは赤き宝刀と呼んだ。愉快な例え。わらわも使おう。宝刀は抜かぬうちが離れ。
Just like a bowl of soup is best if it was empty in just a bowl, because it can fill itself with anything. A bowl of soup is one thing. A bowl can be any. A sheathed sword is much the same. In a way, it's more dangerous. Statements by the utterly deranged, by the way. Give me the bowl of soup. Fuck you. Give me the shit. You know what I mean?
そうだな。俺はお前がいつ赤でひっくり返してくるか。
There is something known about like using the ambiguity and using the unknown. I do get what they're saying here, but like it is kind of funny. Okay, let me copy this down. A refusal of red. This is a pretty important refusal of red, and I think this is a good summation of it. So I'm gonna put this in my notes. Oh yeah, some of the new chatters. You want to see my notes real quick? I'll show this off in a second, just for a second. Beatrice declined. Sharing number of people on island in red. Hempel's Raven. It was Raven, right? Needs red truth to work. Chat, this is my notes for those who haven't seen. And this is just Umineko, okay? You want the higurashi notes? They're very low resolution, but this is the higurashi noteboard, okay? We listen. It's been an intense process. You are not ready for the places that Umineko goes, bro. I'm telling you now, you are not ready. Okay, you are not ready for it. Lock in. Why is there an Asgore next to Nanjo? Because Nanjo is actually from the Yamamoto, is actually the reincarnation of either Oishi or Yamamoto. And Yamamoto is from the Yamamoto timeline, and Asgore is a reference to Yamamoto. Think about it. Yamamoto's a deep cut to Higurashi, bro. Or if she's just hiding her cards, yeah. Either way, though, I mean, red's always better, so it is what it is. But she's a coward, and we get to win the battle, but we didn't get to win the war. Sure, baby girl, sure. Try your best. Oh, I'm gonna get drunk, bro. I'm gonna get slobbered.
That was a really good scene. 2 hours, bro. That was a good scene. Oh, it's still going. That bitter comment did, in fact, appear to have marked the end of the game's opening battle. I thought we were going to cut back to reality. Even so, I couldn't relax my guard at all. I was able to relax my feeling of tension until I was greeted by the sound of Renove's applause.
お見事です、バトラ様。まずは序盤はバトラ様有利の展開でスタートというところでしょうか。
I'll take that, bro. I'll take that.
さあな。
Can we do the scene again?
この駒が俺の手でもぎ取ったものなのか、取るよう誘導されたものかはまだわからねえな。
どうせお前のことだ。俺
が罠にはまり始めてるのを知ってて、白々しく拍手をしてるんだろ。
Dang, Batter's even suspicious of the fake victory. He's smart. He's smart. I appreciate Renove though. I like that I think he's being genuine because he doesn't freak with Beatrix that much. Like, you know what I mean? He likes watching her get knocked down a peg because he's a big deal and he's under her thumb. So. Oh, he thinks it's good medicine for her. Oh. She's so cute. Oh, she's so cute. Chad, she's so cute when she's doing that little thing with her chin, bro. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, you're my little cutie patootie that's also a psycho that eats people. Or forces other people to eat people. Like forcing the mom to eat her daughter. And then reviving the daughter just to make it happen again. I really frick with Renove. He's been a fun new character. I like it. He has a very interesting dynamic with Beatrice. I think it makes him like a lot more interesting than like the 7 anime girls. He feels like a fully fleshed character. I mean, I guess the 7 anime girls are literally just steaks. I made a steak mark. A steak? W, I do like W. Yeah.
時計を進めようではないか。ロノウェ、紅茶を頼む。
See, isn't this cute? This is a cute back and forth, bro. We're having a good time and we're not killing each other. Isn't it? This is just... Give it to Beelzebub. Aww, cute. While listening to the sound of the demon butler pouring tea, the witch closed her eyes slightly and fell into silence. For some time she was deeply lost in thought, but eventually a roguish glint came into her eyes. She's having a good time. Oh, do you have an idea? I don't mind that. Sure, yeah. But if it's not in red, I'm not gonna like care that much because you could be lying. But sure. Tell me. She's so cute. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. She's doing a weak move on purpose? She's doing a weak... Rosa would explain? She's doing a weak move on purpose? Because she's having fun, bro. She's that confident. Listen to Rosa, okay. Rosa's about to drop? Why? She's not confirming it? Okay. Interesting.
Rosa?
ごめんなさい。私も同じよ。同意するわ。
どうしたんや、ローザさん。あんたさっきからずいぶんおとなしいな。体調でも悪いんとちゃうか?
Wait, you've been really quiet now. What? Are you feeling sick? From the beginning, Rosa had never been one to willingly cut in on the siblings' fights, but even so, she seemed unmotivated, and had said almost nothing at all during this night's conference. The whole time, she had been hanging her head and appearing to be thinking of something else.
あんたさっきからぼんやりしてるわよ。そんなので遺産が守れると思ってるの?
Okay, sorry.
あんたも一児の母なんだから、もっとしっかりなさいよ。
I'm trying to become Eva.
ごめんなさい。
朝がだいぶ早かったんじゃないかね。体調が悪いなら無理をしない方がいいだろう。
客室にベッドの用意がありますよ。お休みになってはいかがですか?
My anxiety-ridden, problematic, cutie patootie MILF wife. Love you, baby girl.
どうしたんだ何か心配事でもあるのか
Yeah.
Yo, they should make a new shorthand. Because, like, MILF is like, mother I would like to, you know, fuck. They should make a new one that's called, like, a MIL. A MILF, a MIL. Mother I'd love to love. You know what I mean? I don't even want to, like, I don't want to do nothing crazy. I want to fall in love with Natsui. I want to spend my life with Natsui, bro. Or MILM, mother I'd love to marry. Man, come on, bro. I'm trying to get sweet, bro. I'm trying to get romantical.
さっきからずっと心ここにあらずという感じよ。そしてそれは今私たちがしている議題と何か関係があるんじゃないかしら。
A milk. At those words, everyone stared at Rosa together. Oh, kiss? Milk? Kiss? As if in response, Rosa's shoulders quivered. Apparently, Kire's guess hadn't been wrong, nor did Rosa deny it.
Yeah.
She swallowed whatever it was she had been about to say and went silent again. But by now, even the other siblings were also beginning to realize that something about her demeanor was different from usual.
どうしたんださっきからおかしいぞ何か思うことでもあるのか
わしら全員で団結しようって誓い合ったばかりやないか。一人で悩むなんて水臭い話やで。話したってな。
ローザ、話しなさい。
Pressed by the men one after the other, Rosa made up her mind and nervously began to open up. It was almost as though she was trying to confess to some modest prank which had inadvertently brought about a serious situation. Such was the atmosphere in the room.
いえ、ベアトリーチェっていうお父様の愛人って本当に生きてるのかしらって思って。
はあ？そりゃ生きてるに決ま
Well,
っ
she was
て
here
る
but
で
like
しょ。
died of natural causes.
こうして手紙を送ってくるぐらいだもの。
元気かどうかは
Or
別の
they're
問題
like
だろう
old letters? What's kind of the play?
肖像画の美女も今じゃきっといいお年だろうぜ
元気やと思うで。金のことで悪知恵働くやつは決まっていくつになっても元気や。案外悪巧みは最高の回春剤かもしれへんで。
Dude, that is not a wahahaha moment, you WarioWare motherfucker.
生きてるはずないの。
え、今なんて
Can't be alive?
ベアトリーチェは死んでるのよ。
Beatrice is dead?
私が殺した。
I killed her!
なんだって
Ayame NH, thank you for the gift resub to somebody in the community. Thank you. Chat, did you win the Angels Roulette from Ayame, bro? Did you win the Angels Roulette? Thank you, Ayame. That's very nice of you. Appreciate it. Hey, Rosa. I really don't know what you mean you killed Beatrice. I really don't know what you mean by that. Huh? What's your Rosa did? What does that even mean? Huh? How do you know this? What is she talking about? You brought. Oh, so you met her in the past? What? There we go. We're bringing ghosts into this. Rosa, it's okay. It was so sudden that everyone was lost for words. Rosa kept on talking, unable to stop, holding her head as her hair flew all about. Oh, she's freaking out. Baka Rosa! I am Hideyoshi. What? Yeah, I need her to break this down before I note it. What are we talking about?
2つの意味があると思うわ。まず1つ目は
Kire's about to come in with some logical giga chat?
そしてもう1つは私たちの想像が正しかったことを裏付けるもの。
Maybe she had like met Beatrice, like found, like chased her to the hidden location, like in the backstory as opposed to recently, which is interesting.
そんな話、ローザの口からは一度も聞いたことがない
Well,
わ。
she clearly kept it a secret.
ローザ、いつよ？あなたは一体いつベアトリーチェに会ったのよ？
Long ago you met Beatrice?
ずっとずっと昔よ。まだこの島に引っ越してきたばかりで、
Wow.
私は幼かった。私は悪くないの。私が殺した
No
わ
wonder
け
she
じゃ。
was so freaked out when Maria kept meeting Beatrice.
落ち着け。
She got some deep, like, superstitious backstory with it.
まず水でも飲め。
Yeah, what's the full story here, baby girl?
水差しを頼む。
はい。どうぞ、ローザさん。どうか落ち着いて。
Until Rosa was able to regain her calm amidst her ragged breathing, no one was able to speak a word. End of the chapter of the episode. Backstory? Rosa and the Witch of the Forest backstory? Backstory? Oh! Okay. Are we gonna get new sprites? Yeah, this is where we were at the beginning of this episode. Oh! That's cute. I would love to have a tea party there.
ベアトリーチ、先ほどから呼んでおる。聞こえなんだか？
そうであったか。
Y'all just hanging out here?
すまぬ。ぼんやり考え事をしていた。
Dude, she sound different, bro. She sound more human.
許せ。
良い天気だな。なるほど。陽気に心を奪われるのもわかるというもの。
We're getting to see their like mistress arc,
紅茶
bro.
はここで飲むか？
Bro, imagine being married to Kinzo on the island, chilling, and there being a mistress he runs away to randomly. And you just don't know where she is. That'd be so annoying. I wonder if we're gonna get more backstory about the mom, Kinzo's like real wife. Cause she got an entire story going on, bro. How does Rosa know about this?
何者なのか。
今紅茶を持ってくる。
Why do you not know who you are?
しばし待て。
What is this, a simulacrum? What is this, a homunculus? What is this, Alzheimer's?
紅茶は良い。わらわの話に付き合
Or
う。
is this some high-level philosophical considerations?
よかろう。
Kinzo had used the excuse of going to bring some black tea to try to interrupt the conversation for the time being, but his attempt had been very transparent. I sat in the garden chair and beckoned Kinzo to do the same. Beatrice POV? Kinzo sat down heavily, exaggerating his A's. For a while, we sat, appreciating the silence.
わらわは何者なのか。この問いに。今日まで答えてくれた者はおらぬ。
He is an expert summoner. Did he summon her and wipe her memory and now she's trying to break free? Is there like a revenge component? Because she's a trapped bird in a cage? Did Kinzo bottle infinity? Is that what you're telling me? Did Kinzo bottle the Endless Witch? Because we've kind of gotten that impression that she's been trapped here for so long. And so for her to be part of this thing and not know who she is, this probably is part of how he's trapped her.
なぜか皆目をそらし。はぐらかす。
Bro, Kinzo, that does not allow for consent. That's bad to do. You can't, capture a woman.
そなたとは長い仲。
But let's see. I am jumping to some conclusions. I don't want to make an ass out of you and me.
わらわはそなたを無二の友。
Whoa!
そして父ですら。
Kinzo, what are you teaching her, bro? I think of you even as a father? Yo, Kinzo, weren't you y'all got a sexual thing going on, no? Am I just assuming that? Kinzo, don't be getting Freudian on her, bro. What? Huh? Huh?
そなたは知っているはずだ。わらわが何者である。
Things your side piece should not be saying for 500, dude. Holy. Bye, Hadouken, by the way. Kinzo, stop hitting me with the Leorio Giga Chad mogging stare.
なぜにそのようなことが気になるのか。
Let
そ
her
なた
explore her
はベア
kinks.
トリーチ。この屋敷の主ではないか。 それ以上の何を知りたいというのか。
It's weird seeing her so vulnerable and quiet.
なんだ、何が知りたいのか自分でもわからぬというのか。それは不可解な。若き日には出口なき思考の迷路にて遊び
That's
た
well
く
put.
な
I
る
like
こと
that
もある。
maze of thought that has no exit.
そなたの悩みもそれである。
I've done a little bit of this in my time. It usually hurts me, so I don't do it very much. Kinzo laughed as though it was a trivial matter. However, I couldn't help but feel that this behavior was nothing but another attempt to force me to stop my further questioning.
やはりそなたもそれを語ってはくれぬのか。
Beatrice was a victim. Well, okay, well then I do the classic, what I've talked about with Takano, right? Where like, where Beatrice's sin... Listen, if she was trapped here and Kinzo had like summoned her, wiped her memory or something, whatever. If she was trapped here in a bad way and she was a victim to that, then she was a victim and that was bad. But at the same time, she's turned around nowadays and trapped people in her own loop, right? She's still engaging with the rhetoric of the cage. It's just the only difference is that now she's making herself into the master. But you're basically saying that dynamic is okay. You're affirming the dynamic that you were the victim of by now being the person trapping them. Them being the cast, right? Our big group. So, like, that's your sin, Beatrice, is that you have become the evil that you were a victim to. Which is what you gotta break free from, bro. Like, the only way to be truly free from the cage is to stop being the person controlling the cage, right? You are still a victim to the cage even if you are the master. You're just, you see what I mean? Like, it reflects on you still. You have the weight of holding the cage in your hands. You're still burdened by it. Baby girl, come on, come hang with me in infinity. We'll go to, like, I don't know, tour the worlds or something. I don't know. Go on a vacation.
それで十分ではないか。
It's kind of the energy I'm thinking right now.
いや違う。わらわが知りたいのは名前ではない。
What do you wish to know, baby girl?
わらわが何者なのか。
You are more than your name. I fuck with that. I fuck with that.
何でいつからここにいてそしていつまでここで日々を過ごせばよいのか。
やはり紅茶を持って
Dude, Kinzo.
せっかくの陽気がもったいないとは思わない。
Kinzo's trying to distract her, bro. He's trying to gaslight her, bro. Or some shit.
これは何の話だ。
Live battler reaction.
お前の昔話のようだが。
Oh, she's kind of shy about this. She's a little bit shy. She didn't even know to think we would go this far back. Maybe she knew this was coming. I don't know.
えらく高尚な悩みをお持ちのようじゃねえか。
無理もないわ。
69, 69?
自分が何者なのか。
Chad, we're about to hit 69 hours deep in Umineko, bro. Yo, me and Umineko about to be 69 together. Yo! Chad, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1! Happy 69! Woo! Congratulations! Battler and Beatrice are on screen when we reach 69 hours of playtime. I'm just saying! Hooray! Let's speak sector.
何のために生きているのかを理解できなかった。
ま、誰でも思春期になると自分
We
の
did
生き
it,
る
we
意味と
did
は
it.
何ぞやみたいな哲学的な悩みに一度はとらわれるものさ。お前にもそんな微笑ましい時期があっただけという話だろ。
Some people never escape those philosophical worries. That's me, by the way.
わらわは生まれた時から。
I've been in that mansion since the time I was born.
そして屋敷の中だけで生きた。
Burn?
もちろん庭には出られたが、敷地はとても高い柵で囲まれており、
Oh, she was heavy trapped,
そ
bro.
れを出ることはできず、また出てはならないと厳しく言われておった。わらわはな、
I'm gonna copy this down.
屋
This is
敷と
important.
庭は自由に歩けたが、その外へは自らの意志ではたった一歩出ることさえ叶わなかったんだ。
そりゃどういう意味だよ。
We're getting to learn more about how trapped she was on this island. How true is that? Died before the mansion was completed. Okay, I don't even know. Flashback of her on island with Kinzo not knowing who she is really. Been there a long time, not allowed to leave. Something like that should be enough.
物心ついた時からずっとカゴの鳥
It's
だったって
funny,
言いた
I
い
was
のか
literally using the cage metaphor earlier myself. I actually might be Battler. I'm not trolling here.
そういうものだと思っていた。
That's crazy.
何しろ気づいた時からそういう生活だったからな。疑問にも思わなかった。
That quote is so crazy. I don't know what it's like to be a housewife in the 60s to 80s. I think it was a very unique experience to be reliant on your husband that I find really interesting aesthetically. It is really interesting aesthetically, though, is it not? That's not to say it's good, or I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying it's interesting. I like it.
お前一体
He's a summoner, remember, he's a summoner. And she learned magic. Maybe, like, he summoned her, she was the first piece of furniture. Okay, now this is going to sound insane, and it is insane. Okay, oh god. I didn't want to say it out loud because it's so fucked. But, like, is there ever a world that Kinzo basically summoned Beatrice and then she learned magic from the other Beatrice, and he basically summoned her as a companion, or like I say sex doll. I probably shouldn't say sex doll. It's kind of fucked. I'm gonna just cross it out. Well, I want to, like, make it clear what it says while I cross it out. Companion. Companion. You know what I mean? But, like, because I don't know what they're getting up to. But, like, yeah. Is there ever a world that Kinzo's first summoning was Beatrice, but then she became locked in, and then summoned him gold, and basically flipped the script on him? You know what I mean? And I kind of actually like the word sex doll there, because it correctly identifies how fucked the relationship is. Right? Like, it actually, I think, correctly is how like, because I don't know how romantically entangled they are, but it definitely has, like, a heavy yearning to it. And she obviously is, like, conventionally attractive. So it makes me wonder if she's, like, a summoned piece of furniture that was kind of created for his purposes, made to be a mistress, and then she has basically flipped the script on him and become an endless witch. You know? That's a really cool idea. And so, like, sex doll feels weird, and I'm not trying to make it weird, but I think it might be that weird. And in which case, it's correct to identify that this is a really, like, fucked up, like, power dynamic and relationship that's been made. But then what is it to be made furniture? Like, is that just, like, she was, like... Because it could be that she was... I'm trying to, like, find a way to demystify furniture. Like, is furniture ever just, like,
a kid, like she was raised here to be a companion to Kinzo, and then when she was of age, she was like married to him, and then she flipped the script on him, became the one in power, but by now being the one in power, trapping all of them, she's continuing the cursed dynamic of the abuser that she was the victim to. In which case, the truth and what needs to be done is for that cycle to be dismantled itself, and for people to live in like joy and harmony without those corrupt power dynamics at all. Being a victim does not allow you to become an abuser. That's still fucked. You know what I mean? It sucks. Being a victim sucks ass. But you can't turn around and become an abuser. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Okay, Beatrice, I'm liking what's getting put down right now. It's very humanizing for you. Let's see. Bring back the boiler. Kinzo might be in it right now in the IRL world, bro. We never know. Devil's proof. Kinzo is in the boiler. I was constructed by Kinzo, a human built by a human. Okay, well, we made it. Hey, but what does that mean? How do we demystify that? Beatrice, that's a good theory. I wish I thought about that. Dude, it's crazy that I put the homunculus theory down for the servants in like episode 1. I was locked in on the homunculus theory for them. But the power dynamic with Beatrice has had so much aura that only now am I actually being like, oh, she could have been furniture. And of course I only realize it right when it's being said, like literally the seconds before. You know what I mean? Because that's a really neat idea. And that's good. That's a good little twist. I like that a lot. Yeah, no, and I mean, the answer to this question I just wrote down is basically, yes, she says she was made by Kinzo. Human built by a human. Human built by a human. And now his creation is like rebelling against him, which makes us want to like actually advocate for her. But of course I'm not going to, because now she's the abuser. That's so good. Say it, Beatrice. Hey, this is not a place of shame or doubt. I'll listen to you. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, what came first? That's actually a good question. At some time. So she was a witch and then summoned. Okay. So that tracks. Okay, so that tracks. Yeah, we already kind of knew that, but it's declaring how much of a like how powerful he was over her. This is just kind of confirming that. Not that she was born. It's a little bit different. Okay, it's a little bit different. But she's flipped the script on him. She might still be kind of like bound by that contract to a degree. I think she is, because she can't leave Rokenjima. Battler's calling her ugly. Oh my god, he's so much aura. I love Battler. Dude, Battler is the ultimate one who negs. He's the ultimate one who negs. Chad, I learned. I didn't say it. I almost said it. You know? N-E-G-G-E-R. But I didn't, bro. I've learned from myself. Okay, let me write this down. Or let me copy this down. He is the one who negs. I don't think most of the Umineko chat was here for the negging incident. The negging incident of Pink Cubed. It's a dark day, bro. It's a dark day. I should probably put chapter 3 for this. I really need to redo my notes with Beatrice. There's just so much. To be his wife? Some shit. He's trying to marry her so bad. Okay, so he summoned her to marry her. That makes the paradynamic thing less bad. He didn't like build a sex doll and then it gained sentience and flipped the script on him. She was already a powerful witch, is what she's saying, and then he summoned her. But it's kind of weird because the flashback with the white-haired lady,
That could have been even further in the past, and he came to this location where she had grown up and lived, and then summoned her to the location she was born and lived, and then bound her. Right? That he, like, comes to the ruins later. I should probably write that down. Perhaps Kinzo came to this location where, to the Rokinjima, where Beatrice was probably raised. White hair Beatrice flashbacks. In order to summon her, but then fell in love and bound her to him, which she later flips the script on. With witchery powers. Okay. So she's not like a piece of furniture imbued with sentience. So I'm actually gonna cross this. There we go. Boom.
大魔女ベアトリーチェ様を釘付けにするほどの力があったとはな。
I am sorry, I am a child, Dicky Dicky Douse. How old am I again? Seeing what I say in text is such a trip.
バカバカしい。そんなおかしな話、信じると思うか。
Say it all in red.
やはり信じぬか。
俺が信じるのは、お前が森の中の秘密。
I'm gonna kind of believe her. I believe her more than I don't. And that's just me reading her.
六軒島の中級人目なんだろう。
いかにも。そなたの想像通り。ここは六軒島の
Confirming
森。
the existence of this location.
外界からは見つけることもかなわぬ隠し屋敷。その名もクワドリ。
Oh, frick. Try again. 9 birds retreat. Why 9? Why 9? It's cool. We're getting new locations. We got the chapel, and now we got this. Each episode's giving us new locations to work with.
そういや、ゲストハウスの正しい名はトライアン。
This is maybe important. I'm gonna just also slap this down really quick.
なるほど。ネーミングセンスは近いな。そして、お前はそこに隠居していたじいさまの
He summoned
愛
and
知。
bound here.
そうだな。
Because he was
愛
desperate and then
人
fell
と
in
いうのは
love.
正しくない。
Okay, please break it down for me.
金蔵の片思いであったと言うべきだろう。
Okay, yeah, I feel like I
先ほども
could
話し
I
たで
think
あ
I,
ろう。
yeah, sure.
あれが勝手にわらわに惚れた。そしてわらわに求愛したが、それをわらわは拒
But
ん
I
だ。
rejected him.
そして、
I should probably write that she specifically rejected Kinzo in backstory. Claims to have rejected Kinzo in backstory after summoning before death. Kinzo's love.
いや、屋敷に閉じ込めたというのは正しくないか。この体に閉じ込めた。
Shut up in this body.
最後が
I
何
feel
を言
that
って
way.
るのかわか
I'm
ん
trapped
ね
in
え
this body, bro. But that's okay, it's a good
どうせそな
cage.
たはバカにして
We all have our
聞かないで
cages, we all have our chains,
な
alright?
んですよ。
It's okay to fall in love with your chains a little bit, because we're always gonna wear some pair of
たたれ
chains.
ど聞く耳を持たぬというな
So,
らば。
you just gotta accept it, bro. Choose the chains you wear. It's kind of ironic, but you gotta, I think that's the best way to do it.
それを口にするは愚の骨頂だ。
Oh, are we ending that segment? No, keep going.
信じるかどうかは俺が判断するぜ。聞かなきゃ話も進まねえしな。話せよ。お前の昔話を。
Nice.
金蔵はわらわに求愛を拒まれたが、それ式でへこたれる男ではない。どうあってもわらわの
He
首を
wanted to get my
高く
consent no
振らせ
matter
た。
what.
わらわをこの屋敷へ閉じ込め
Yo, you can't
わらわを口説き落とそうと
you can't trap somebody in your house until they give you consent to pipe. That's that's kidnapping. That's still a crime. That's still a crime, okay? They're like, dude.
しつこい男は嫌われるだろ
Oh, she's so cute. She's so cute. Oh, I love this song. It's like the Maiden Abyss one.
男をそこまで必死にさせるのは
Oh, she likes it, bro. She likes being chased. Oh, baby girl, you like the
しか
chase?
しわらわは
My problem, bro, I never chase. If somebody's like not interested in me, I give up on them
なんと
immediately.
かその戒めから
I don't
逃
fuck
れ
with
ようと
chasing. It's
した
so annoying.
彼の結界は強固で破
You know what I
れ
mean? I don't play games. Fuck games.
それで
I want genuine no game love.
金蔵の結界から逃れるには肉の体を捨てるほかないという結論に至った肉体というものは魔法を語る上でとても制約の多い器なのだ
肉の体を捨てるなんだよそれ幽体離脱みたいなものか
まあそんなものと考えればよいしかしわらわは精霊ではない魔女ではあってももともとは肉の体で生まれ落ちた
she like metamorphized or whatever.
わらわにとって
It's like the caterpillar throwing away its shell.
死を意味するほどではないにしてもそれに準ずる覚悟が必要だ
This is already something I believe, so I'm not gonna write that down.
自殺することでしか解放されないと決意したって意味なのか
自殺ではない
Not quite, okay.
あくまでも肉の体を捨てるだけのこと
In a human's context, it's suicide, but for you, you're more
魂だけ
because
にな
you're
る
a
のは
witch.
心もとない魂は肉の体を出れば
To the sun? Oh, that's interesting because you have so much moon theming. That the sun is risky to the soul. You have to have like a strong enough self-concept to survive in the ether or whatever. That's cool. I like that. That's like the ultimate test of a witch, right? Is if you can maintain your selfness, your selfhood, your being. That's cool. I like that. I hope that I get to do that when I die. Because I can keep myself in whatever form I become. I couldn't understand the story Byoto kept going on about throwing away her body of flesh as anything more than suicide. Grandfather persistently courted her, and to escape from that, she chose her own death? Dude. Bro, Tato chip.
何を言ってやがる当のお前はそこでのんびりガーデンチェアに腰掛けてるじゃねえか
そうだそれこそが金蔵によって与えられた新たな檻だったのだ
檻
He re-trapped you?
違う
Well, he had to in some
そこ
sense.
のガーデンチェアにてくつろぐわらわの体のことだ金蔵は魂となって
He bound you to a new body? And that's your
そ
current
れでも
body?
なお逃すつもりはなかったのだいやいや恐ろしいや
Kinzo's a freak!
普通は片思いの女が死んでみせれば
But bro decided to rip her soul from the potential afterlife and shove him into a new body? Dude, he's a problem. How do you make this body? How do you make a human body? And he did, bro. That's why she's so hot, because it's Kinzo's dream girl.
つまりなんだってんだ
Oh, is the butterfly the soul? That's cool. That makes sense.
人間の思いというやつは恐ろしい。これほどまでの魔力を発揮するとは。
Kinzo upscale?
死者の魂をつなぎ止めるなど。
Well, that's kind of like the mirror, right? The mirror was locking the spirits of the dead away. So maybe the Tori and the mirror is something he had to do with in some form? Or like a similar ritual?
それを専門に弓道する魔術師でも、おいそれと至れぬ境地よ。わらわはそれを知るからこそ、金蔵の恐るべき魔力に、その時初めて驚愕した。そして金蔵は、わらわの魂を連れ戻したのだ。だが、魂を捉えておく檻は、鉄でも鉛でも作れない。
Bro, maybe all of our souls right now are stuck in our bodies, bro.
なんだよ。
But try just write it out, bro. Just write it out. It's not bad to be in a cage a little bit, okay? It's Flash, it's Flash. Yep. All of us right now, bro. Char! That's how I feel about my own body, but it's okay! It's okay! Because you can't, like... Bro, I couldn't drink Dr. Pepper if I didn't have flesh. My soul couldn't experience flesh without flesh. And flesh is kind of awesome. When you're in Higo Chapter 3, we're enjoying it more or less than you are enjoying Umi at Chapter 3 right now. If you go, like... If you do it like that, Umineko, I've enjoyed each episode of Umineko more. But it's kind of unfair since it goes up, right? Like, higurashi has led to Umineko being so peak, right? My cage of flesh is alright, I'm fixing it up. Hell yeah, Broken Bee, hell yeah. Yeah, this poor thing takes so much maintenance, but it's what I got, so I gotta work with it. Let me grab a little bit of this. This is, I think, a good line right here as a good summary of this section. Because it's pretty cool. This is pretty cool to see. But then it's like, what are we... I mean, is it just the question of freedom versus, like, accepting your chains? I don't know. I feel like I'm... what other themes are we going to be exploring? Let's see.
うまく死にきれなかったってことだろう。まりくどい言い方しやがってからに。
いいや違う。わらわはホムンクルスの
homunculus! I've been saying that word.
試験管の中より生まれ入れたのだ。
はあ？バカバカしい。
Test tube, baby!
そんなのあるわけねえだろ。
Well, listen, science is crazy, bro. You could, like, grab a, what, an ovum and a sperm or something? An egg? Or something? Like, listen, I've played enough RimWorld, okay? All you gotta do is extract semen, extract egg, put it in a fucking birthing chamber, and it'll start spawning new creatures, okay? So, like, Kinzo's just a genius scientist. That's how we ground it. But yeah, okay, so she is a homunculus, but this is... She was put into a homunculus body after she tried to escape through suicide. So it was like half true. The furniture thing was like half true. That's so cool. I need to be thinking about Beatrice more often, bro. Okay, so like, suicide into soul snared into homunculus body is the story. That's so cool. Conceptually. Ryokishi was a homunculus before writing Umineko.
つくづく恐ろしいやつよ。
ああ、もうさすがにバカバカしくなってきたぜ。好きなだけ言ってろってんだ。
Yeah, Battler says that's not real. Say it in red. Say it in red. Repetition requested.
なんだ。
Bro, she is trying to open up about her backstory, though. Alright, that's why I'm trying to be a little more gentle. But he don't give a frick, bro. To be fair, Beatrice, you did torture him a lot. So... Oh no, he won't hear about my backstory. Bro, you tortured his ass. He doesn't owe you anything. Like Loki. Or, I accept it.
勝手に好きなだけほざいてろよ。耳クソでもほじってるからよ。
Oh, she looks so sad. She looks so sad and wistful. Do you see that look in her eyes? She feels so sad because she's not being understood, bro. Perhaps one didn't want to be loved as much as understood. George Orwell, 1984. Oh, Beatrice. When I started showing a cold attitude, Beato acted unusually discouraged. Of course, her expression was still brazen, but I had the feeling that I was able to catch a glimpse of loneliness, because I hadn't found the story of her past interesting, and that really easy to understand expression of hers. For some reason, that slight reaction made her seem pitiful, so even though I kept my couldn't care less attitude, I decided to humor her slightly. Oh, Battler, that's so cute of you. Thank you, Battler. Oh, that's cute. They're flirting. Oh! Damn it, even though she's an irritating witch, I'm still weak against her because her chromosomes are XX. But you know your weakness, Battler, and that makes it, like, you know what I mean? Dude, they're actually flirting right now. Come on, flirt with her a little bit. But, oh, oh, come on. Oh, that's cute.
お茶菓子代わりに聞いてやるぜ。
わらわの身の上話が
He's trying. Beatrice, he's trying. Give him this. He's trying.
そこまでこき下ろされてまでのこのこ語ると思うか
Okay, first off, baby girl, you can't be like, you're abusing me by not listening to my backstory. Dude, you were feeding Rosa her own child for like an eternity, dude. You are not allowed to feel offended about being a little bit abused. Which, by the way, that's not abuse, okay? That's him just not giving a fuck. Which is goated. But, like, man... After I made fun of her, Bioto reacted a little sensitively. Yeah, she's getting defensive. Be nice, be nice, be batter, be nice, be nice, be nice. If you can't rage bait her into giving you red truth, you gotta love bomb her. Batter! Start love bombing! Yes! Yes, my misogynist! My misogynist! My misogynist! Start love bombing, gaslight, mansplaining, gatekeeping. You got this, batter. I believe in batter. It looked like even though making fun of people was her specialty, she was horrible at being made fun of by other people. Just then, my cup of black tea suddenly made a sound, surprising me. Renovation! Let's go with your renovation. Milady's soul was seized and breathing a cage of new life. She got revived, bro. She tried to kill herself and he revived her. And now he wants to revive her again. That's his goal, is to revive her again and then marry her. He just wants to keep her soul around forever, dude. He is so possessive. Before I had realized it, the demon butler had appeared and taken my cup and was adding more black tea to it.
Renove.
Manipulate, mansplain, manifest, aura. I now also feel ridiculous. Battle, you made her feel ridiculous. Guys, don't worry, it's just foreplay. It's foreplay. Umineko episodes 1 through 8 are just the longest foreplay of all time. It's like 400 hours of foreplay because it's so good. Renove, keep making fun of her, bro. I like seeing her when she's a little more submissive, bro. It's cute. It's cute. Oh, you like it. She literally admitted that she low-key liked Kinzo chasing her, by the way. We gotta read through the lines. Read through the lines. This is annoying game stuff, okay? She's playing games in the relationship, battler. Just push your buttons a little bit, not too hard that you're actually upset at her. You know, you just gotta edge her a little bit, okay? Edging! Edging! Certainly. Alright, well, I can't do this. I can't do this. It's a dangerous one, renovation. No promises, but I will make an effort. Sure, dude. Bioto's confusing female short temper. You can't say that. Took hold of her and she turned her body into gold butterfly, scattered and disappeared. Yo. Female short temper. Confusing female short temper. Oh, battler, bro. Oh, battler. After that, only Renove and the set of the black tea were left. Oh, please tell me she can overhear this, bro. Come on. Listen in, baby girl.
ご自覚があられるようですので、これ以上申し上げることはございませんよ。
ちょっと待てよ。とどめを刺したのはお前。
But she is a torturous monster creature that tortured him and his aunt by feeding her on her daughter. Okay, so like, you know what I mean? If there was, listen, sexism bad, misogynism bad, but if there was ever a time for sexism or misogynism, it would be Battler with Beatrice, okay? If there's ever a time that, like, I'll take anything I can get, bro. It's a dirty game. Beatrice admitted it herself. It's a dirty game. We're whipping out the Devil's Proof. We're whipping out fucking, what, Renove's Raven. I forgot the name of it. We're whipping out all these techniques. We can whip out misogynism. It's a human technique. I don't love it. It's dirty. It's bad. But sometimes you gotta whip out the big guns, okay? It's like pocket sand, okay? It's like a dagger covered in, like, poop or something, okay? It's, like, gonna cause an infection when I stab you with it. And I'm gonna go use the bathroom again. Talk about it. Alright. Rockin'. Rockin'.
お砂糖とミルクは
I would love some sugar. You misspelled sugar, and I would love some milk.
ミルクだけでいいぜ。
But I don't frick with
あ
the
と
sugar.
お茶菓子も欲しいな。
I would also like some
ク
cookies.
ッキーが焼けるにはまだ時間がかかりますよ。
チャカの代わりがあるって言ったぜ。
かしこまりました。ご清聴をいただければ
Oh, Mr.
続きをお話し
Renovation?
いたします。
Yo, Renove's actually a boon for us, dude. Renove actually crazy.
ホムンクルスがなんとかって言ったな。一応は知ってるぜ。あれだろ、錬金術高で作り出せ人造人間のことだろ。
はい。お嬢様の魂はホムンクルスに閉じ込め
As a baby is so
再
crazy.
び赤子となって生を受け、この世に蘇ったのです。
She got homunculus, Max.
しかし、
Which is also Kinzo and Canon and Shannon.
金蔵様が愛を語ろうと
Oh
も
my, that's a crazy
それ
fucking
は無
line.
駄なことでござい
That
ま
is a
す。
crazy line. Conception, yeah, me too, Battler. That line is just crazy to read.
じい様はその赤ん坊をこの隠し
He
屋敷
raised a baby just to
同
confess
じ
his
年
love
に成
to
長
it.
するまで閉じ込めたってのか。
はい。
Oh my god!
しかし、
Kinzo! Kinzo! That's so fucked.
強く影響
Oh my god, it's
お
so
嬢様
bad.
はかつての記憶をすべて失われ、
Dude,
ごく普通の人
fucking
間の少女として成長
Kinzo.
されました。
What the
それ
fuck?
が、そこのガーデンチェアに
Poor
座ってる
Beatrice. That life of Beatrice, like human Beatrice, got a fucking bum deal.
まさに売り二つに
Oh
成
my
長なされました。
god.
しかし、魔女としての力は持ち合わせておりま
How
せ
did she
ん。
rediscover that?
あくまでも
Because she killed it herself. How did she rediscover that like it would work? Maybe like reading some manuscripts or something? Bito, who was sitting in the garden chair, looked up at the sky, asked the same question again. She asked who she was. The meaning of those words was finally starting to click. The witch. That she's the witch. She couldn't understand why she was living here all locked up. She's searching for freedom. That's actually really cool. She's searching for freedom even while she's in, like, she's imprisoned with no memories, but some part of her is still knows of freedom. That, like, isn't that cool conceptually? That there is some part of Beatrice, even when she's been raised in this homunculus with no memories, there is some deeper part of her soul that is like, me being locked up here, there's more to it. There's more. She doesn't like roll over and accept it. She knows that she's meant for more. There's this spark of like her life as a witch that is like keeping her asking questions. That is so cool, bro. Kinzo the Golden Diddler. No, literally. I just gotta like these two lines together are just fucking crazy. Is this a soft launch for homunculuses IRL because Ryukishi's a genius? Are we about to get homunculuses start dropping, bro? Oh my god. Homunculuses are real. Where's... Oh, and there's a pink cubed homunculus, and that's the cube. No. No. Yo, chat, I must just say something crazy. I reckon. Grandmother had seized Beatrice's soul shut up in a body of flesh and then shut that up in a hidden mansion. However, since she had lived here since the time she was born, she couldn't even understand who she was or why she lived shut up in there. Wait. Who would take such a stupid story seriously? Why don't I change my interpretation? Essentially, could it be something like this? Grandfather met Beatrice. He then fell in love with her and courted her, but she didn't nod her head in agreement. And so he got angry and shut up inside the hidden mansion. Beatrice tried to escape, but no matter what she did, she couldn't succeed, so she finally chose her own death. And then, maybe there was a girl that looked just like Beatrice. No, a baby. And then he raised her, projecting. And grandfather raised this child with care, but maybe grandfather didn't view this child as his daughter, but his lover, his unrequited love reincarnated. Shut my soul up once more into a cage of flesh. Those words probably meant they didn't view this kid as her child, but as her reincarnation. Maybe that's what it meant. Yeah. If you interpret it that way, even a story that weird might make a little sense. No. This might be some bullshit Beato cooked up to confuse me. As if I could accept any of this. In the first place,
Kuwadorian, was it? There's no proof whatsoever that a hidden mansion actually existed. Devil's proof. I mean, couldn't this be something she just fabricated on the spot?
You'll
love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Oh, Beatrice would be so mad at you right now, Renovation. Beatrice really don't fuck with the use of red text. That's the true weakness, is that her servants can use the red text. That's unironically a massive weakness for her, because we've seen this already because the seven anime girls were dropping red text earlier. We don't want to corner Beatrice, bro. We want to corner her pieces. Renove liked playing the game. He's bored. He doesn't really like being under Beatrice's thumb. You know, he's got some feelings about it. Take advantage of that. Same with the 7 anime girls. What Battler needs to do is start romancing that one anime girl, and then get her to start spitting red text. You know? This is huge. Like, this is literally feeding us, bro. It's so useful. And, like, can the goats do that, bro? The goats can't talk. Maybe that's why the goats can't talk. Renove used the red to say that Kuwadorian actually existed. Did that mean the same thing as the red Bioto used? It's gotta be. Okay, chat. I think I understand why everybody was drooling over Renovation earlier. Because this, please keep this a secret from Milady, yes? Yeah, that got me feeling some kind of way, bro. Oh, I've never noticed how thick his neck is. Look at this, like, fold here, bro. Doesn't that just look a little grabbable? Bioto, who knew I would try to trip her up, had grown extremely cautious when using red. To think that Renove could also use that red. Of course, it's the red of a crafty man. I don't know how far I can accept it. But anyway, I might be able to get some hint out of it. I think we should accept it. It's just, if anything, it's just as circular as Beatrice's. Like, if we do illusion red, then the game starts to fall apart. We have to have the boxes.
クワドリアンの庭でくつろいでるベアトとさっきのじい様との会話は真実なのか?
But he didn't say that in red. We can't know this for sure. And now we can! And now we can! Exceptional! Wow, okay. That's huge. That's really helpful. Which is pair equals, oh my, wait, that's my equal sign? Jeez. Kinzo and Beatrice, with Beatrice as the homunculus, aka just a baby raised as her reincarnation if you refuse magic. Boom.
さらに赤で頼む。あいつホムンクルスから生まれたなんて言いやがったが。
I don't think he's gonna be able to drop like supernatural stuff.
そんな非科学的な魔法的存在。
Yeah, that he's not gonna be able to do. There's no way, right? Yeah, there's no way. It's too good. It's too crafty. It would cause a stalemate? Yeah, you don't want to stalemate her board. She'd get really upset. Why would it cause a stalemate to confirm that?
なんだそりゃ。
Because the way he would be able to define it... Is it like the way that Renove would have to define that supernatural, like, homunculus thing is in a way that wouldn't be affirmative enough that it would actually be able to declare magic is real, but it also would still declare there's something, which then just kind of locks it up? I don't know, that's interesting. It's really interesting. Chat, do remember we do have the Discord server if people want to talk about Umineko in there with like spoiler tags. I don't like look at the Umineko channel, so if you're just looking for like an Umineko squad, the Discord server does exist and there's a space for that. We have like a forum, but at least here, like, I really appreciate the spoiler protection. It's just a little bit risky, you know how it is. There's opposite and inner surface. Oh, interesting. So this is like, because you can have the endless, you can have like the repeat by 3 rule, which is a stalemate in chess, but you can also have like a king that can't move anywhere, but is not in check. Therefore, it becomes deadlocked if there's no legal moves for you to make, basically. That makes sense. I follow. Like deadlock the game with the doorman.
引き分けがございません。ですので、ステイルメイトになる質問には
Right, he doesn't want to stalemate.
赤でお答えすることができないのです。
Makes sense?
よくわからねえこと言って煙に巻いてるが、つまりホモンクルスなんて魔法的存在が実在するって赤で言えないからごまかしてるだけなんだ。
I like that simplification better. I don't mind it.
仮に私が赤で魔女は実
That
在
would
す
be
る
the kill shot that they can't do for some reason.
バトラ様はどうい
That's the kill shot, right, Battler?
それを信じるか信じないかで俺たちは大喧嘩してるんじゃねえかよ。
Would you move the goalpost?
それを言われちまったら身も
Yeah, I feel like the real tech is move the goalpost. Because that's what I've been saying the entire time. But like, if you said witches exist, then you're like, define witch. You know what I mean? And then just skirt around it over and over and over. Like, you keep the game going, bro. Fuck it.
魔女は存在すると
But that would be pretty insane to say. I think this makes a lot of sense, and I've been saying this a couple times, so it's agreed. I do agree.
しかしバトラ様はその理由が示されない以上それを受け入れないでしょう。しかし赤で語られる以上反論の余地もなく証拠も示されない。この場合
Are you calling that stalemate?
敗北を認められないにもかかわらず
Oh, stalemate would be to say in red that witches exist, because even if like you say it as truth, he's not willing to accept it as truth. But right, because you want a total victory. That's weird. That's interesting. So the victory condition for Beatrice is not just to tell him that witches exist and to be right. It's to make him deep down believe in his heart that witches exist. And so if you just say witches exist in red, he's gonna do what I just did. He's gonna like half believe it. He's gonna be like, like, I guess, but fuck you. You know, he's not gonna actually take it internally. But she wants him to take it internally. She wants him to take it deeply and profoundly. Bro, agreed. It's very 1984 of her. I'm not even trolling. Beatrice is 1984. I'm writing it down, bro. Beatrice is 1984 and wanting a perfect conversion of Battler with believing witches. He needs to internally believe. She wants a perfect victory. She wants it to go deep.
バトラ様が次の一手を打てない以上お嬢様に手番が回ってくることはなくゲームはそこで永遠に止まってしまう。
And the funny thing is, I'm not even trolling. That's like actually go read 1984. It's a great book. It's a great text. I really like 1984. You know what I mean? And it's got Beatrice actually got some 1984 energy going. I'm not trolling. Because he needs to submit. He needs to believe it. You can't just say it. He needs to emotionally believe it. Okay. Interesting. Big Beato is always watching. Sure.
身も蓋もない質問は禁止だと。そう言いたいわけだな。
Yeah, because he needs to discuss himself into the hole. I can like that. I like that. That kind of answers that hole that I've used as a lot of ammunition, right? That like she doesn't say that witches exist in red, and I've took it as she wants to continue the game, but it's more than continue the game. She wants a total and complete victory. You know, it's even more than just for the fun of it.
他の形の質問でしたらご協力できるかと思いますよ。
奴がはぐらかした副賞要求には答えられる。この島の人数だ。
I don't think he'll accept that. Yeah, there's no way. It's too risky for him.
もちろん答えられませんよ。
That's fun.
お嬢様の家具でございますので、出過ぎた真似はできかねます。
Renove made an exaggerated gesture, trying to act like a loyal retainer. This guy's so shameless.
一瞬でも使えるやつと思ったのによ。諦めて他の質問を探すか。そうだ。大事なことを確認するのを忘れてた。これはベアとの思い出話なんだろ？いつの話なんだ？まさか現在ってことはないだろ。
はい。ここは1967年の世界。19年前の世界でございます。
Frick. 6-7! 6-7! 6-7!
6-7! 6-7 in red! 6-7 in red! This is the world of 6-7. Ah! It's 6-7! Oh my goodness. Feels good, bro. We didn't miss 6-7. We just have to wait for it, bro. Let's go! Yo, shout out to Umineko. Ryukishi created 6-7 just to make this line of red text hit harder, bro. You son of a bitch, you're a genius. Oh, damn it. Okay. I like the delay. That actually took me a full couple seconds to see it. I was just thinking that I was actually like using my real brain instead of my brain-rotted brain, because I do got 2 of them up here. And I completely didn't ever see it until a minute ago. That's awesome. 32,000 clicks. Dude, remember when I got that achievement randomly? That was so funny. Let's go through this story one more time. I wonder if it couldn't be something like this. Grandfather had a person with whom he fell in unrequited love called Beatrice. And he confined her in this hidden mansion and continually courted her. But she was stubborn and didn't say yes. Eventually, she grew pessimistic about being unable to escape from here and took her own life. And probably committed suicide. And then, her soul was put in an homunculus and... Well, no. If I accept that, it's the same as accepting the wish. Yeah, we have to just think that he projected onto a baby, which is insane. I can interpret that part like this. She probably left a daughter behind when she died. Or it could be unrelated child. That talk about the soul being put in a new body probably meant that grandfather raised that child believing it to be the reincarnation of Beatrice. Yeah. I've already gotten here. Has she had a daughter is a really important question. Did Beatrice have a daughter while she was human? This would give a good target for the reincarnation thought that Kinzo projected Beatrice as an idea onto a new baby to court them later after she killed herself. In that case, Beato must have existed on this island for at least the last 19 years as the 19th person, and then so there's 2 Beatrices in that idea. Though I am curious if the very, very opening... The very, very opening must be Beatrice before she got revived as Beatrice. We never actually saw what she looked like in that. We only saw what Beatrice in the white hair looked like, her master. And so that would be the OG Beatrice. And so we don't know what Beatrice might have looked like before that, before she was summoned and courted, you know what I mean? Because the Beatrice we've seen is presumably the homunculus new body, because that sprite showed up in that conversation. So the Beatrice we're seeing is the homunculus, which is what Kinzo created. Makes sense to me. I bet I should write that. That's such like a complicated arrangement. I gotta like write that down. Presumably the Beatrice we see is the body of the homunculus. Presumably the Beatrice we see is the body of the homunculus, since we never saw her sprite when she was doing witch shit in her distant backstory with other Beatrice. There we go.
確実に赤で言えることは、1967年の六軒島の隠し屋敷に、人間としてのベアトリーチェが存在した。それだけだ。
その通りでございます。1967年の六軒島の隠し屋敷に、人間としてのベアトリーチェ様が存在した。
Thank you.
Yeah, he reset it. So that's literally just more clarification. So we're gonna take that. It's a stronger red text, which we will always take. Bro, it's like the antagonist, the parallel of green text on 4chan. Think about it.
おめでとうございます。これでバトラ様の19人目の駒は、その存在がはっきりしました。バトラ様が熱望された18人以外に罪をなすりつけられる19人目の人間。いかなる罪をもなすりつけることのできる生贄の羊。それがお嬢様とは実に愉快。
I love Renove. He's so fun. Renove laughed indiscreetly. Somehow I didn't like his phrasing, so I didn't feel like laughing along with him. Yeah, we're not friends, bro. You're still my enemy, bro. You're just a useful enemy.
そうだ。ローザおばさんは言った。ベアトリーチェは死んだ。
Oh, yeah.
私が殺した
Helped her kill herself, maybe? Because when she was a kid...
それは私の口から語るよりも、実際に
Wait, yeah.
顛末をご覧になった方が
She would have interacted with second Beatrice, though. She would have interacted with homunculus Beatrice, so the new Beatrice is dead. Oh, which means there's no 19th person Beatrice, right? Though there could be other elements.
少々
Yeah, let's just see what Rosa says. Renove pulled a stylish pocket watch from his pocket and made to wind the crown. As soon as he did, I saw gold butterflies gather behind Renove's back and take the form of a person. Are you summoning somebody? What? What the fuck are you doing? I didn't know you could whip out the butterflies. Was it Beato? I quickly realized that it was someone else. New character? Just a clock? Okay, it's just one of you. It was her. That oldest sister of the Seven Stakes who loved tormenting me more than anything else. If I don't think myself lucky to see that sexy... If I don't think myself lucky to see that sexy ass, I won't be able to play along with their torture game. We're so lucky that Lucifer's got a quote sexy ass end quote from Battler. That's literally the only thing keeping Battler sane is that she's got a quote sexy ass. Okay.
はて、地球のどのようなご用やら、少々バトラ様とのおしゃべりが過ぎた
Wait,
よう
what's
です。
there? Yeah.
それではバトラ様、私めはこれで失礼させていただきます。どうか引き続き、
Okay,
お
there's
嬢
something
様
urgent
のゲー
happening.
ムをお楽しみください。
I need the seven stakes to peg me in order.
へい
Yeah, don't we all,
せいぜい
bro?
楽しむぜ。あんたはベアトより話が弾むからな。赤も気前よく使ってくれるしよ。ぜひまたおしゃべりに来いよな。
バトラ様、私めもこう見えてもお嬢様の家具。お嬢様が望まぬことは
Sure. He's
私
slippery.
が語った赤は本来なら
Bro, Lucifer's gonna hear this and tell on us, bro. Renove, be
へそ
careful.
を曲げてしまわれたお嬢様に代わって若き真実を披露したに過ぎません。
やっぱ俺へそを曲げてた
Hey, we'll take that win. Lol. They're laughing together. Seeing me and Renove incomprehensibly hitting it off, that seven stakes chick cocked her head slightly. Renove-sama, we are keeping Beatrice-sama waiting. Let us hurry. Yes, I will come immediately. Well then, Battler-sama, I shall peg you later. It appears that we have finally started getting along. As I thought, I have the feeling that we can become good friends. If by that you mean partners that's gossiping behind Beato's back. Okay, what is happening? Why did it break? Hello? What? What happened? Are my headphones up? Huh? My battery's fully charged. What happened? Do I close and reopen, maybe? Close and reopen? Close and reopen? Yeah, that didn't even make sound. What? My sound just randomly broke. Okay, let me... I've saved twice to be safe. And I will close and reopen the game. That is so random. Yeah, Beatrice heard us talk behind her back and cast silence on us, bro. How do I always break visual novels? Make that make sense. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, hello? Where are the Schizo Umineko notes I saw you working on? I'll show you in a second, Dobadoon. Let's see if this works. Start. Bro, why is the sound still broken? Is it still broken? What? I'll show them off on the paint.net in a second.
It's still broken. I didn't even do anything. I was just sitting here. What? What? What happened? What? I literally wasn't even doing anything! Wait, is the rest of my computer having audio? Oh wait, my headphones disconnected maybe? I think I can fix this. I think I can fix this. Huh? Oh, reconnected. I think it's easy. I think it's an easy fix. Is it gonna reconnect? I think my Bluetooth just like disconnected randomly. Okay. Okay. Now, I think it should work if I close and open one more time. Sorry, chat. This is so random. I can't believe it's happening. This is not L streamer, bro. This is not L streamer. Alright, it should work this time. It should work this time. I'm confident. I'm confident. Lucifer's sexy ass broke stream. This, but unironically. Lucifer there we all hear it. Lucifer unplugged my Bluetooth, bro. Yo, Beatrice, you're getting... Beatrice is getting so annoyed at us making moves. Yeah, Beatrice sulking even reached into the real world. She's so mad at us that she disconnected my Bluetooth. Baby girl, what are you doing? But yeah, I'll show off my notes really quick. I'll just zoom out. Oh my god. So these are currently my Umineko notes. We got notes for each character. We got some lines connecting them. A lot of Beatrice notes, a lot of Kinzo notes. George is in the jungle because he's George of the jungle. Battler got a fat ass, respectfully. We got Lambda Delta, aka probably Sotoko's ass. And then we just got a bunch of like chapter notes. So these are like my notes, important stuff mid-chapter. I'll like take them as we go. That's like how I do it. And I need to like sit down and like spend time completely reorganizing it to be better, but that's just where I'm at right now. Please put Lucifer's sexy ass on the notes. Don't worry, I'm not doing all that. Feats. She's a metacognitive ability, bro. I mean, this is what I did, 223. Yo, chat, do not say Burn Castle is hot. Relax, chat, relax. Why does Kinzo have 3 heads again? Because he's gone mad, and it's like that one meme that's like, the dragon has 3 heads. You know what I mean? Wait, can I find that really quick? The dragon has 3 heads. The dragon has 3 heads. Quote. I'll read it. Oh, this comes from Game of Thrones? I didn't know that. The dragon has 3 heads. 1 to be a murderer, who will unleash death. This one. 1 to be a monarch, whose crown will weigh heavy. And 1 to be mad, whose ideas will change history. That's what this is, bro. Because he is the dragon with 3 heads, bro. A monarch, death, and mad. Which is actually perfect, because he's the head of the family. He's mad, which is like him doing the spells and stuff. And then he unleashes death by doing the roulette. So he actually, that quote lines up perfectly for him. Unironic. Oh, I wish my name was Renove Sama so bad, bro. Could you imagine, bro? Chat, if any of your names are Renove, bro, this is a free voice clip for you. Oh my goodness, I play that every night. Alright, later, Renove. Hey, I appreciate the red text, bro. You to go. You to go. Maybe it was because she really didn't like seeing him act friendly with me, or maybe it was because she had really been told to hurry. The 7 Stakes babe bellowed sharply at Renove, and he laughed foolishly and disappeared as if running away. Yo. Battler. She's weak, she's alone. We can beat her, Battler. Unironically, we need her to start dropping red text. Yes! He knows how to do it. He's playing her. Wait, let me consult my notes. And let me consult my notes, bro. So this is Lucifer. She claims to be the strongest, but is secretly aware she's the least talented. However, she carries herself with pride. Okay. So, Battler, we need to take advantage of this. We can take advantage of this, bro. Why so confident, girl? This is perfect. She's gonna start spitting red at us. Come on. Oh, he's sweet. He's flirting. Well played. Please don't hurt him. That'd be so rude. I lightly pushed the snack plate with the last remaining cookie on it over to her. You're welcome, Lucifer. Did you just stab me? Lucifer? As though coming as a replacement for the period at the end of the sentence, a sharp sound pierced the table.
The nails on 3 of her fingers had sharply extended and were stuck a hair's breadth into the gaps between my fingers on the hand I had used to push the plates. The plate. That's so rude. It had happened in an instant, and so for a while I didn't even realize that her fingernails had grown. She's clawing at him. Bad kitty. The tips of those sharp nails were like blades with a red manicure. The spaces between the bases of my fingers prickled. Those razor-like blades were sticking sharply into the back of my hand and into the spaces between my fingers. Oh, does it hurt really bad? By those 3 blades, my carelessly outstretched right hand was not even permitted to shake, and all I could do now was allow a single line of cold sweat to drip down.
Oh, he's got so much aura.
Call it Lucifer. Play along, play along. It's a give and take. It's like a fish. It's like a fish. Batter, we're fishing right now. You gotta give it a little bit of line, and then you yank it back, okay? Come on, Batter. Play her, play her. Show her a little bit of respect, but show you're still cool, bro. You got this, Battler, bro. He is so good at flirting. They're flirting. They're flirting. Baby girl, I'd love for you to play with me. It's true. It's true. Yes! Yes! Yes, Lucifer! Lucifer's bang! Like, Lucifer's like Beatrice, Batter, whatever your name. You wanna be pegged? Oh, you don't forget it! Oh! She's looking forward to him bending her, she's looking forward to him, quote, pushing her down and thrusting his stake deep, deep into her until she really enjoys its being gouged. It's literally so flirty. Say something in red before you leave. No! Are you stabbing me? Oh, that's so rude. She didn't say something in red, she spilled something red. Oh, man. That's crazy. Quote, sorry about that, didn't mean to talk about eating poop. When did I talk about eating poop? The brownie metaphor, maybe? Rosa eventually regained her calm. The men wanted to hurry her into talking faster, but Kirei intervened. If something like she had just mentioned really had happened, it was an abominable past that she wouldn't want to remember. Kirei is the best at this kind of thing. We've seen her do this with, ironically, with, Maria. After taking several deep breaths with her hand over her chest, it seemed that she had more or less gathered the resolve to talk. Jarona. I am not poop cubed. No, frick you, man. In middle school, you're an adult now. You're probably like 25 now. Middle school, like 10, 15 years ago. So probably in like 1967. Close to 1967. Check your DMs for poop to eat, by the way. What? I'm not opening my DMs. So did you try to solve the mistress thing? Let's see.
当時は同情していたよ。
陰口ばっかだったくせによく言うわね。
予算かエヴァ。
Thank you, Yoshi.
ローザさんはどこでベアトリーチェに会ったんや。
秀吉さん、今はせかしてはダメよ。いいのよ、ローザさん。
Thank you, Kirei.
楽に話して。
Thank you, thank you.
ありがとう。あれはお母様に。特にひどく叱られた日。
Even though my tutor had promised to keep it a secret, apparently they told Mother all about how I had complained. You will enjoy it, I assure you. Mother scolded me horribly, saying that I was a disgrace to the Umeo family. Of course, I was doing the best I could. Wait, fine. Let me check the poop clip. Or whatever the hell. This ain't poop, bro. Dude, what the fuck is this?
What the fuck is this, Chad? Chad, this is why I should stop opening my DMs on stream, bro. Like, get a load of this, bro. In red text, this is the world of 6-7. And there's something really special about the face I'm making here, too. Chad's gonna have a meltdown because of that. Of course, I was doing the best I could. But I had none of Kraus Nissan's dignity. I couldn't get excellent grades like Eva Nissan. I had no leadership like Rudolf Nissan. I never stood out. I didn't particularly excel at anything. And I almost wanted to ask myself why I'd even been born into the Yoshiramiya family. I didn't know why I'd been born. On that day, I had the experience of my mind going blank for the first time. For the first time since I was born, I realized that in addition to facing or surrendering to my problems, I had the third choice of running away. Even though I say run away, there was no way I could have left Rokinjima and gone somewhere else. But anyway, I wanted to run away from the mansion in the way I was at the time, into the forest. In a way, it was like running away from home, or maybe a half-hearted suicide. That's really sad, Rosa. That is really sad.
あるいはいなくなることによって親を心配させたいという子供なりの反抗だったのかも。私は森の遥か奥に行けば後ろ宮の家から逃れられる。
It would be crazy to be on this
迷
island
子
all
に
the
なって
time.
心配させることで仕返しができると子供ながらに思ったの。
それで行ってはいけないと言われていた森に。
ええ、浜辺へ出てから海に沿うように特に理由があったわけじゃないけれど島をぐるりと回ればその反対側には誰も知らない場
And
所
she
があっ
found
て
it.
私だけの隠れ家になるような気がしたの。
Wait, what was that last line?
浜辺からぐるっとってのは無理だな。途中で崖になっちまうだろう。あんなとこ通れるわけがねえぜ。
もちろんよ。だから通れる方へ通れる方へとにかく奥へ奥へ進んだわ。道なんかないひどい森だったけどあの時の私にはそれが心地よかったの。それほどの険しい森を抜けたならその分
I really want to know about Beatrice's deep backstory, like before she was revived. That's what I'm really curious about. Like back when she had a Masta, there's got to be some crazy tech there. Because like think about it, like the only witches that we know about are Lambda Delta, Burn Castle, and Beatrice. And at least Burn Castle, we've had a very long exposure to how hard it was for her to become a witch. It was long and difficult, you know? And then Lambda Delta, I'm just assuming, has some similar energy, some sort of Satoko connection, you know? And so, it's like... I don't know, bro. What happened? What happened to you, Beatrice? We'll see one day, bro. I hope. That should be fun.
情けないわね。
Eva, just let her say the
成
story.
績で叱られたならその分努
Let
力
her
すれば
say the
いいのに。
story. Pink's favorite witch is Beato. Favorite's a hard word.
その代わり
Me and Burn Castle go
ロー
way
さんは
back, you
デザイ
know?
ナーとしての才能
I
が
don't want to,
あ
like,
った
throw
んじゃない
Burn Castle away. Beatrice is a problem, but I do love her. She is a good problem.
それを
Literally, this could be taken as him covering for Rosa, but everyone knew that Rosa's company was not making any
よ
profits.
せよ。今は嫌味を言ってる場合じゃねえぜ。そして偶然たどり着いちまったんだな。ベアトリーチェの隠し屋敷。
Rosa nodded weakly.
どのくらい歩いたんや。地図で場所が示せるんか。夏さん、こ
Good,
の
good
島の
questions.
地図は
Loving
あ
these
るか
questions
い
from
な。
Hideyoshi. The answer's gonna be no, but it is.
ここにはあり
But,
ません。
you know, it's I could try.
適当に歩いただけだもの。
And it was a long
地図を
time
見せ
ago.
られたってわからないわ。
Yeah.
それにあれから20年も経ってる。
Confirmed
多分
20.
森へ行っても
So she's 30?
たどり着け
Dang.
ないわ。
She's 30, drool emoji? Dang! Several people died out dejected sighs. I guess Maria, I would have, if I said that she was 25, Maria would be like a teen pregnancy. It was vividly clear in their haste, they had thought that some hint related to the witch's epitaph, or maybe even the gold itself, might be resting there in that hidden mansion. Great question.
六軒島はこの屋敷の周りが整地されているだけに過ぎ
Would
る。
love to dig up some old history. Find where the Sweet Piss River truly leads.
他は完全に未開で、前頭測量は相当の手間がかかるだろうな。
でも確かに存在すると分かっただけでも収穫よ。 お金はかかるだろうけど、例えば航空写真の会社に調査を頼むとか、このお屋敷を建設した業者に当時のことを聞くとか、調べる方法はあるかもしれ
It's
な
a
いね。
lead.
そう
Or we could
ね。
just look around
あ
aimlessly
る
in
か
the
ないかもわ
forest.
からないものを探すよりは、まだ方法があるはずよ。
早速調べる価値があるだろう。
その調査は兄弟合同でやるわよ。兄さん一人ではさせないわ。
It wasn't certain that the gold was hidden in the secret mansion, but it seemed that the fireworks between Kraus and Eva had already begun.
兄貴たち、今はよせよ。ローザ、続きを話してくれ。
Flashback? Rosa as a child flashback? Running through the forest flashback? Blindly, randomly, I kept running on and on. Oh, this is about to be hot fire, bro. Reminds me of Takano. Suddenly, it felt like I had come across something like an animal trail. I had no idea how far I'd walked, and I was very tired. So by then... Stop here! No! That's probably a good spot. Is it actually a good spot? Oh, man. This is about to be such a good scene! No, yeah, I did only want to go for like 3 or 4 hours. And we are kind of right in the middle of that. So if that is a good spot, I will accept that. Stop her. Stop Rosa. It's not good, but it's the best. Considering timing. Spoilers that there's gonna be a scene next. Chat, is there gonna be a scene next? Yeah, that might be a good spot, chat. I got a lot of stuff I gotta do. I got a lot of work to do. Ah, it's such a good scene, too. That's an exciting scene. That's fun though, chat. That is, I think that if that's a good spot, that's a good spot. That's right in the middle of the spot I was looking to that's, oh, look at this, hear this song, bro. It's so good. It's so good. That's totally fine. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with this spot, chat. I honestly don't care too much about the different spots. I feel like I'd be like pretty happy stopping wherever. I like generally try to listen to what y'all have, but honestly, I don't think it matters that much to me. But yeah, I feel like we got like a lot with like, we spent a lot of time with the logic stuff, which was fun, but yeah. And then next week, let me double check that next week I don't have anything going on around this time. Cause today I had like family coming in. I had like a lot of stuff going on that like I was kind of not ready for. But then yeah, next week I have currently nothing, so we can do normal time, bang out some good stuff. It should be fun, chat. What else do I got going on? What else do we got going on? We got Deltarune playthrough. I'm trying to drop YouTube videos for. We got, I gotta get some of those comps out on YouTube, dude. I have so many comps to do on YouTube, so that should be good. So that's exciting. We got, of course, Bojack. We got some guts. We got the Discord. Shout out the Discord. That's how this music makes me feel, bro. Umineko stream next Tuesday, 5 p.m. CST. That is my plan. That's what I try to usually do. And next week we should not be delayed at all. Kanto 9 finale on Thursday for Limbus Company. So that'll be a really fun one. I did finish Deltarune, but I'm not streaming more Deltarune, but I'm dropping more Deltarune videos. I'm dropping like edited videos of the Deltarune playthrough. Yeah. Stream-wise, I want to like, I just gotta find a good time and schedule it. But yeah, more stuff coming, chat. More stuff coming. Chat, you are very welcome for the streaming. Thank you for being around. Thank you for lurking, for chatting, for donating, for whatnot. I'll be in the US for like 3 weeks, so I should be able to attend it next year without work. W, bro. W. But if you want more pink cubed action, go to Instagram, go to TikTok, go to YouTube, go to Twitch. And technically go to Kick, because I am over there with, I think, 7 followers. So hey, I'm a big name on Kick, okay? Don't get it twisted. But yeah. Do you have a day locked in for a potential additional spot for streaming? Wednesday? Oh no, Wednesdays are not bad for me, because I have D&D on Wednesday, fuck. It would either be Friday or weekend. And it's just hard to lock in on weekend right now, just because weekends, my plans are so, like, in flux on weekends.
But maybe like an early stream on like a 2 p.m. stream on Saturday could be good or something. It would probably look like that or Sunday night would be my guess. Like Saturday midday or Sunday night. You know, hopefully something a bit out of the ordinary time-wise so we can grab some new people. You know what I mean? Anyways, chat, always a pleasure to see y'all and chat with y'all. Would these be planned or unplanned? I would schedule them in advance. I do want to lock in a time, as I've said for the last like 50 streams. And I did stream 4 times last week, okay? Like I'm getting the energy going. It's just a lot of time, and I'm a busy boy. Work's been very busy. Anyways, chat, a pleasure like always. I'll be seeing y'all next week for some more Umineko, hopefully even earlier for another series. But until then,